What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show. Leeroy and Matt are in the house. We're going to have a good show tonight. We're excited to have you here. If you have not had a chance, please do me a favor. Share, share, share. It's the only way to get the show out. The first 5 minutes is the most important. Last night we crushed it. Solo show. We pushed 500. Twitter was on fire. Wow. Facebook did well. We got to do it. By the way, facebook.com/thedumbshowmatt. That's my personal profile. We got ourselves a blue check mark on that, and we're trying to bust that up a little bit and get that going. And I know I shouldn't have. I told myself I wouldn't. After I did TikTok 3.5 years ago, we got 75,000 some odd followers, I think is what it was. And they banned us. No, 96,000 followers in 72 hours. And they banned us. Hands down, we were on pace to be 1 million followers in a month. That would have been a $200,000-$300,000 a year channel. Banned us, 72 hours. We're back on. I'm going to try it. Right now, the first video I posted had 0 views, which is just retarded. But there it is, TikTok.com/@thedumbshow.com. So it's TikTok.com. And the reason why is because we can't use The Dumb Show because they banned us. And so we're trying it. We'll be back in 3 minutes, give you an update on who's coming next week. Leeroy and I are in the house.
Welcome. It is Eric Erickson here. The phone number 877-973-7425. Should you wish to be on the program, I'm going to go to Dayton, Ohio. WHIO. Mike is listed up there. Welcome to the show, Mike. How are you?
Good, sir. How are you? Hey, this is the second time I'm calling in. You and I had a really great conversation last time about the strength of China.
Yes.
I am one of the intelligence analysts. Do you mind if I get in a quick plug here?
Go for it. I'll allow it.
Okay. I am one of the hosts of the Don't Unfriend Me show. It's a podcast, and we reference your show all the time.
Fascinating stuff. Listen, plug your podcast one more time.
Thank you very much. You have a good day.
Thank Mike.
Yeah.
Mike,
can you hear me?
Give the name of your podcast one more time.
Yeah. So it's called the Don't Unfriend Me show. Facebook, X, Tumblr.
Perfect.
All of the major platforms. It's on every day from 7 p.m. And it's myself and another gentleman named Matthew Spear. We host it, and we are 2 former intelligence analysts.
Perfect. Mike, thanks very much. I appreciate that. Don't unfriend me either. 877-973-7425.
Adjusting transmitter output. This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leeroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.
You know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little football and I'm going to throw it to you and I'm going to see if you can, see if you can play the, see if we can do that.
We can do that.
You got a little bit of noise coming up over the top of you there. See if I can
bring it down.
No. Let me do it. I've got the skill set.
I kind of look like one of the dead Jedi masters right now.
No, you look good now. Now I just need to give you some color, because that beautiful tan that you had. There you go. There it is.
My gosh.
There's some color there. Oh, look at you. Now you look great. It looks like you have 3 mics. So it looks like you're very, very important. We've got a Shure SM7B for you too, but you just got to get off your schneid, and move your stuff upstairs.
We'll get there.
Stop. Yeah, right. Sure, Chief. Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me Show. Yeah, we told you guys. I'm serious. We have a TikTok page. It's and it's kind of was up there because I restarted it because I was like, okay, you know what? They're never going to ban me again. This is just stupid. And we had a little success. And what's good is that the second video I just put up got 155, but this one has 0. I think it's because it was my first video from being back from like 2 years. So this is in the news. So we might as well go ahead and do this and start right off. By the way, folks. To let you know, we'll have a new goal tonight, and we're resetting that right now. $300 is our target, and Frank Wood was our last donator. We'll have a new question tonight during the donation commercial, which is fun. We'll do that, and you guys can. It's a tough question tonight. I changed it. JD gave an easy one, and I said no way. It's time to up the ante a little bit. So we're gonna have a little bit of a tougher question. That'll be fun. Looks like Chris started following me. I'm going to go ahead and follow Chris back since we're starting. There you go, Chris. Thanks for following me. 10 seconds ago, she followed. So thank you. So If you're over on TikTok, give us a follow. I think I've got like 86 followers. It's pathetic. It just sucks. But once again, 92,000. I made 3 videos and they all went absolutely thermonuclear. And it's because TikTok is starving for conservative voices. So I figured I'd give it a try. Hey, J Black 284 started following me. Thanks for following me over there. We'll get you back. There you go. You're followed back. See, that's how it works. Following on TikTok. Brunette says, that from Minnesota, Brunette? Minnesota. If you're from Minnesota, I got something fun for you. I already got a donation. Holy moly. Thomas Austin.
Austin.
Yeah, buddy. Let's get
with
this
$21.10. It says, let's get this kicked off. Hell yeah.
So let's start.
Thomas, thank you.
So President Trump.
I don't know if you guys had a chance to see. So let me explain this first of all. I don't know TikTok. Hold on. Refresh. Don't autoplay.
So President Trump.
No. Shush it. Okay. So all right. So I have a new toy. If you guys went on no, and it's not the size of a baby's arm.
I was going to ask if it came from AdamandEve.com, but okay.
It didn't. Fascinations is much better. They give veteran discounts. Adam and Eve doesn't. Not that I would know. So I have this chance to go on to this class that Damani went to. It's a 90-day program to help Facebook. And I'm all about it because I think that Amy and Leeroy should get something each week for the hours they put in. And the only way we can do that is right now we're in a very good spot. We just need to now have additional revenue based on where we are. And we've talked to Leeroy and Amy about that. So if I can get Facebook back to where it was, we can really start making some really big dents in that effort. So I've been thinking about doing this class. Amy's like, do it. It's a 90-day program. Damani went through it. He's making bucks. He's gained 100,000 followers in 2 months. I mean, it really teaches you the secrets. And I think I was going to, and I still may, but if you guys noticed today, I posted every 2 hours. Well, I bought a new program that allows me to post over all my social media, schedule everything in the morning when I'm not busy, and cut my videos, do my memes, do my post, and just schedule them to post. And it just drops them and auto posts it across all my social media. And holy crap, did it make a huge impact. I mean,
Really?
oh my God. Yeah. Because every 2 hours, Facebook, it's constantly hitting my list. And our interaction today, usually we have about 92% follower engagement and about 8% organic non-follower engagement. Today, it was like 74% of our engagement was non-followers.
Wow.
That's huge.
Okay.
So what that means is we're still getting our current followers, but there's a crap ton of new people seeing our content. And that's indicative of the Facebook number, which is almost 749 people today followed. It was a big number. So it's good. We're starting it. And this is the type of content we're doing. Here's the first one, Judge Janine. We're going to talk about both things. This guy was in DC. And and one of my videos are having commercials in it now too. So good things are starting to happen. And I'm going to take this class, but I want to kind of see what I know Facebook really well. I understand social media. We're going to see what we can do. So Judge Janine laying down the law. She's the U.S. attorney in D.C. And there was a gentleman in shorts and blookers and a soft pink shirt who was messing with the police, and he had a Subway sandwich in his hand. So the first thing I thought was MAGA country. So I did this quick little video to show you guys, and this is going to be a topic for tonight. Here it is.
So President Trump has vowed to make D.C. safe and beautiful again. And as part of his effort to fight crime, he's bringing in our federal law enforcement partners like FBI, ATF, DEA, or Park Police, everybody to help the Metropolitan PD fight crime. And the president's message to the criminals was, if you spit, we hit. Well, we didn't quite do that the other night when an individual went up to one of the federal law enforcement officers and started jumping up and down, screaming at him, berating him, yelling at him. And then he took a Subway sandwich about this big and took it and threw it at the officer. He thought it was funny. Well, he doesn't think it's funny today because we charged him with a felony. Assault on a police officer. And we're going to back the police to the hilt. So there, stick your Subway sandwich somewhere else.
Subway, eat fresh.
So a little funny video. And also
assaulted with a foot long.
Yeah, Real Outlaws. Well, Greg Gutfeld was like, they classified it as a clubbing. Anyway, so that's something, kind of funny. We'll talk a little bit about that later. And then Real Outlaws just followed us over on TikTok. All right. And then this is the one, AI. My first real dabble with AI, played around with it and actually created this video with artificial intelligence. Dare I say it's pretty good. Go ahead and watch this. If you haven't had a chance, please throw it a like and share. At least it's under you may like. That's good. I mean, that's good.
Get what you're after. Get what you're after. Get what you're after. Get what you're after.
That was a tampoon. I love it.
Yeah, little tampon
so
firework.
good.
It's good. Thanks. It's actually doing horribly on Facebook, but who cares? The Judge Janine one is doing well. There were several other posts we put on today, but you may notice that there's a lot of content being posted across our social media. So help us out. When you see it, please engage with it. Please like it. It makes a difference. So kind of two topics we're going to talk about, and we're going to get into the rest of it right now. First of all, welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show. Goal is set at 300. Thank you for breaking, Thomas, the seal on that. If you have not had a chance, go to thedumbshow.com and you can donate, or you can just pick up a hat or shirt or coffee or something else nice and lovely. We would appreciate it. Looks like we are doing fairly well. I have 16 people on Twitter. We got to get that number up. Twitter people, let's go after that. Let's make that better. Winsome Sears. Now, I want to offer my help to Winsome Sears. First of all, I voted for her and Governor Glenn Youngkin, which is incredible that this was 4 years ago. And
I remember we were talking about that.
Yeah, and Youngkin did an amazing job. He really did. He did a great job. Very, very happy with him. And I believe that he is going to be, what is it again on TikTok? It's thedumbshow.com is the ending. So it's tiktok.com/thedumbshow.com. I can't use that. I'm so pissed. It's the only, I own The Dumb Show on everything except for that. So if you could help me out. So anyway, so Youngkin is running, and it's not looking good for Miss Winsome Sears. First of all, she has an opponent, and her opponent is a congresswoman, and they kind of dug deep. They wanted to make sure that they had the right person for the job, and I think it's Spanberger is the person who she's running against, and she raised like 12 million. Winsome Sears raised like 4.6. In the polls, I think 47% are voting for Spanberger, and I think it's 34% for Sears. That's a very big margin. It's early, but unless Sears, really, does something incredible. Thank you, Joan of Arc 1951, for subscribing. We appreciate that. We don't see that very often on YouTube. YouTube hates us, so it's exciting to see that we actually have some love on YouTube. Holy crap!
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, so let's watch his little video by Winston, and then I'm gonna offer some services here, because this is important, and let's talk about her campaign. Here's the video.
4 years ago, we rejected career politicians and sent a message: move Virginia forward. But Abigail Spanberger is a Washington insider who voted with Pelosi and Biden every single time. That kind of beltway nonsense will only take us backwards. I'm Winsome Earl Sears. Governor Youngkin put us on the right path. Now I'm asking for your vote to keep it that way. I'm Winsome Earl Sears, candidate for governor, and I sponsor this ad.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, I can see why you're down almost $8 million, Miss Sears. You're running a defensive campaign. That is a horrible strategy. Horrible. That is a pure defensive. You're going to rest on the laurels, and you're going to rest on Youngkin, which you are not Youngkin. And let's face it, you're a black woman in Virginia, which has an extreme amount of pull, and you're going to lose to a white woman. That is like, you have an ace in the hole because you're a black woman in Virginia to pull middle of the road voters. And I'm not saying play the race card in any way, shape, or form. What I'm saying is it is a silent ace in the hole if played correctly. And you need to do it like this. I am not a mouthpiece for anyone. I'm a Republican. Drop Earl out of your name. It's too masculine. People are automatically going to associate masculinity because you're black, because that's just what white people do. And that's just the way it is. You have to deal with that. They think
you say that, and I think James Earl Jones, right?
Right, exactly. Take the Earl out of your name. Winsome Sears. And you have a great campaign. Win some, not going to lose some, right? Something like that. Real simple, great sign, great campaign ad. It gets people thinking win, 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 win. Win some, never lose some, right? Whatever it is, get your campaign slogan. That's the thing that Youngkin had. But you have to stop the defensive. You must go on the offensive. You don't tell someone that they're a Washington insider, because everyone from Virginia is a Washington insider because we're in Delmarva in the Beltway. You need to specifically go after the heartstrings. Talk about the transgender surgeries. Go after veterans. Go after how kids in school were subjected to abortions. Subjected to sex changes, subjected to, readings and writings, and parents were put into categories of being domestic terrorists. You have to get back to that. So you can't just run on Youngkin. You need to remind them, folks, we're 4 years removed from literally having a progressive socialist in office who wanted late-term abortions up to 9 months. Are your abortions still here? Yes. Are your guns still here? Yes. Are your kids still going to school? Yes. Are women in sports out? Yes. Are veterans being taken care of? Yes. And you have to go ahead and take credit for that. Stop running 4 years ago. Remind them of what that 4 years was and how you solved it. Don't even mention Governor Youngkin's name ever again. You need to take control of this campaign, and for God's sakes, change the music in that freaking campaign ad. It was literally
I was
like
putting me
watching
to sleep.
like Let's Make a Deal. I felt like it was an elevator. Dun 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 dun.
Right. I'm pretty sure that's what they used in the Blues Brothers when Jake and Elwood were in the elevator headed up.
Bobby
That was the
Richardson.
comedic.
Yes, donate
Hey, thank you, Bobby.
$51.99. So excited to see you guys together. Love y'all. Thank you. So Leeroy, I've went off. And one more thing. One more thing. Just the one more. You need to get a piece of this Donald Trump current putting the National Guard into Virginia. And as lieutenant governor, you need to find a way how to bring this support that Donald Trump is giving to cities and set an example for the nation. Because if you look at the current polling, crime is the one thing that everyone in America agrees with. They can't stand it. And Virginia is seeing a lot of Washington, D.C. crime come over into Virginia. And wouldn't it be amazing if somehow you could piggyback with President Trump, get a picture with Trump, and although he is not the most popular in Virginia at all times, the popular thing is protecting. Take care of Arlington, take care of Fairfax, make sure that Loudoun County remains the safest county in the United States, which it is. If you don't do these things, you're going to lose, and you're going to put a complete asshat in as governor. And I live here, and I'm not going to tolerate that shit. So get on our show, because we speak to 40,000 Virginians every single month. And this is the problem. You should be on our show right now. You should be talking. We'll run campaigns for you. I'll put your shit up in the back. We'll get interviews weekly. You can tell us where you're at. But nobody knows who you are. And unless you start getting your social media profile up and doing daily videos on what you're doing right now to campaign, nobody's going to know your name. So you're going up against political fat cats in D.C. You need to learn how to raise dollars at the local level. The only way you need to do that is to create a movement. And you're not doing it. You don't have a lot of time. Leeroy, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I think Matt hit a lot of the major points that I would have covered.
Sorry.
No. It's not like that. The big thing that you're going to have to do is zest up your ads for sure. You need to address the idea of not necessarily attack the people, because that's kind of how that ad played out. What was the blonde lady's name who was the DC insider?
Spamberger.
Okay. So
Spamberger.
rather than address that person like on a personal level, hash over their policies. I think that would play better. And please don't forget to use government examples, failed government policy examples from the left in your campaign. That way you can help people realize that that if you really want to help people, with their individual liberties, that's going to mean policies that emphasize a smaller government footprint. And I know that's where you're headed, right? Because you're a Republican, but you need to make sure that that's verbalized. You need to make sure that you are actually covering the policy differences between your opponent and you. And for God's sake, get some different music.
Oh, and here's the other thing. And so I hope she sees this. And ma'am, I admire the hell out of you. I think you're a great choice. And I think the American people, if they don't elect you in Virginia, they're ridiculous. But here's your 3 top articles. Winsome, Earl, Sears. It's too much. You're not. You come up when I hear,
makes you sound like a serial killer. Yeah,
and not just that, but I think of the Warren Report. I think of James Earl Jones. It's not a good thing. You don't want men associated with your name. And Earl, I understand you're proud of it, but Winsome Sears is a very strong name. Use it. Winsome Earl Sears sets pace. It's too much. It's too much. The 3-letter names also are associated with liberals. I'm just letting you know. All liberal candidates have 3 names. Get rid of it. 2 names. Keep it simple. Yep. Everyone called Glenn Youngkin, Glenn or Youngkin. That was it. It just, you need to make a movement. But here's this is horrible. Winsome Earl Sears sets pace in VA governor's race with major 7-figure TV advertisement investment. Yes, but the commercial sucked. That's not good. So you invested in a commercial that ultimately is going to turn viewers off. It would be better for you not to do a commercial. Did you do a focus group? Did you actually put it on social media, run some alpha or some A and B testing with this thing to see what the reaction would be at a smaller audience? You need a political advisor. You need someone who understands how to run your campaign. I'll do it. You can give me half of that $700,000 and I'll win for you. Seriously, $350,000 and I'll win the fucking election for you. Abigail Spanberger's leftist allies release another criminal illegal immigrant back into Fairfax County. Yes, but that's your county now. See, so that's your state. So what you're doing is, well, why are you allowing her to do that? See, that's not something you report on. What you can report on is Spanberger tries to allow illegal immigrants to come into the city and we stop them cold. Here's how, right? That's the article. Otherwise, what you're saying is, oh, well, tattletale and nana booby, you're on the defensive. Go offense. Last one. Winsome Earl Sears secures Republican nomination for governor of Virginia. Yeah, and we went to the moon. Everyone knows. You're the only candidate. You're the lieutenant governor. So those 3 news articles, that's not helping you. You know, then you got to go ahead and take a look. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep trashing you, but whoever's doing this, look at your website, U.S. Congress. You got Keegans, you got Van Orden, Mills, and Thelma Drake. Where's the Republicans? Where's Eli Crane?
Well,
where's Marjorie Taylor? Yeah. I mean, where's your support?
Oddly enough, I reached out to Derek Van Orden just the other day, and we had I just mentioned in chat, he's a former senior chief. I'm chief, so
yeah,
a thing going on right there.
Get him.
And so I was basically like, hey, dude, man, like you sure seem to get a lot of hate mail. And then he basically fired back with, yeah, they're basically losers, right?
Yeah. I like Van Orden. I do.
I do too.
Senate, French, Obashane, Head. Who are these people? It's not good enough. And you've got every sheriff in the world. So why don't you just put down every sheriff in Virginia? Because we know every sheriff in Virginia is going to take you. If you got Richmond, you got Shenandoah, you got Wash County, you got Essex, Lynchburg. So you don't have Fairfax. So what? You don't have Arlington. Otherwise, you got all of it. And then members of the clergy. Listen, you need Donald Trump's endorsement. You've got to get Republicans excited.
That's
exactly
correct.
You got to understand, Winsome didn't need Donald Trump there, but he needed his endorsement. So you don't want Trump campaigning for you because his coattails in Virginia aren't as strong, but you do need people who endorse him. And there are plenty of people like Jim Jordan should be endorsing you. Why don't you go call Kevin McCarthy? There's a ton of neocons in Virginia. He ran up Hung Cao. He ran up Brandon Mashon. So you need to get out and build some of these relationships. You also need to get on Fox News. What the hell are you doing? Get on TV. Nobody sees you. You are literally in the heartbeat of DC, and you should be on TV every single day. So that's it. That's all I got to say. I like you. She's a very sweet lady. She's very smart. She's very passionate. She's not exciting. So you need to figure out how to be exciting, because your opponent isn't exciting, but your opponent has money.
That's fair.
I thought about getting into political, helping people with politics again, but I don't know if I could do it.
Yeah, honestly, she just needs to zest that ad up. Even if it was something where people talked about it. You're still far enough out right now that, just getting your name out there, either positive or negative, it's a good thing.
Right.
And as you get closer and closer to the date, then you would need to pivot a little bit more. But for right now, you need to get people interested in your name, get rid of the additional names that you don't need, and just make sure that you keep your ads simple but fun. That was not fun.
Not just that, even more. Sorry. You're a Marine. You have a BA in economics. you're a lieutenant governor. You have the job. So you have so many qualifications that are appealing to people, and they need to know who you are. So I would love to have her on. I hope one of her campaigns hear this. I hope you guys are scrubbing internet traffic and trying to find, who's talking about you and stuff. But you got to do something, because this ain't working. Know what I mean? All right, let's get to it.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, and if you can donate to her campaign, please do. You guys can do that. Donate to her campaign. You should. She's a good person. She just needs someone to tell her what the hell's going on. It really bothers me that you don't have the support of every single Republican. Like, they are literally 20 minutes away from you. They should be
still will.
Go ahead.
It just had a really great comment. It says, throw Sydney Sweeney in that ad. And see, now that's funny. Maybe what she could have done is, replicated this Sydney Sweeney jeans ad with her laying down. That would have been funny.
Or dye your hair, because you don't look so old. You've got to be appealing. You're a beautiful lady. You're a strong lady. Get your curb appeal up. Look youthful, because your opponent, if she's youthful looking, she's a horrible human being. Honestly, truly believe that, but she is put together. That's what you got to do. All right, we've harped enough. Sorry if we were too rude, but I don't want to leave Virginia, and I will not go through this again. All right, now that we've done that, DNI Tulsi Gabbard confirmed an investigation into Anthony Fauci for perjury and his role in funding gain-of-function research in Wuhan Virology Institute when it comes to COVID-19. Now, this is a big nothing burger.
Actually, U.S.
Just to let you know, because he's got qualified immunity. But you know what? I want the arrests. I'm sick and tired of hearing about all this crap. Just give us the arrests. Here's the video. We'll play a little bit of this.
But the thing that we are working with Jay Bhattacharya, the new NIH director, on with, as well as Secretary Kennedy, is looking at the gain of function research that, in the case of the Wuhan lab, as well as many of these other biolabs around the world, was actually U.S. funded and leads to this dangerous kind of research that, in many examples, has resulted in either a pandemic or some other major health crisis.
Well, let me ask you specifically, because we already know that EcoHealth Alliance was partnering with this Wuhan lab to do gain of function research.
That's right.
We just have never been able to have somebody say, it was that exact experiment that led to this COVID bug. But have we gotten there? What's the new thing that you're digging in on?
We are working on that with Jay Bhattacharya, and look forward to being able to share that hopefully very soon.
Okay.
That specific
link,
correct, between the gain of function research and what we saw with COVID-19.
I mean, that would be extraordinary, because just so the audience knows, if that's true, if it was Peter Daszak's research with the Wuhan so-called Bat Lady that caused this pandemic, then we did fund it. Then Anthony Fauci helped fund the pandemic.
The thing that he denied.
We know he did. God, I mean,
over and over and over to Senator Rand Paul's questioning.
That's right.
She's
Under
just
oath.
trying to be able to say
under
that
oath,
they can
exactly.
prove it legally, rather than us just, as a nation, understand what the hell Fauci was doing and already have those suspicions. She's basically looking to use the law to confirm it.
Yeah, that's
which
great.
I get.
That's great. But he's got immunity.
Right.
Nothing's going to happen. I mean, and that's just, it's like you have the arrest warrant in hand, but nobody's going to do anything with it. It's the same thing with Russiagate. They're already moving on. Now they're bringing up more stuff. Well, what happened to Russiagate? Where are the arrests there? Where's Brennan?
Was Fauci's done with the auto pen, I wonder?
Well, there was 8,000 people, but it won't matter, because all that Biden has to do is sit up there and say, yep, I knew it. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of like, okay, enough. Let's start. How about this? Don't bring anything else new until you've arrested on the old. Well, they're multitasking. No, they're not. Arrest somebody. Make an arrest. You literally are telling me that Fauci helped create the worst pandemic since the Spanish flu, lied about it, and you've got proof.
Millions of people have died from this.
Now what? Now what? That's great.
Right.
Wow, that's really exciting. But now what are you going to do? This is what I was worried about when the administration came in, is of all these promises, but they can't clean the swamp because they're a part of the swamp. It's like the inmates trying to clean up the jailhouse. It's not going to work. It's like asking kids to clean up the house. They can't even clean their room. They can't even wash their asses. You expect them to be responsible for an entire house? I don't know. Maybe I'm just being negative. Greta Thunberg, free Palestine.
I love her.
Oh, me too. Greta
She's a
Thunberg.
gift.
Oh, just a gift that keeps on giving like herpes. Greta Thunberg appears furious as she yells free Palestine on stage while wearing a keffiyeh. Nothing says freedom like killing anyone who doesn't look like them. Keith Baker donated $51.99. Love y'all. Keep up the great work. Hit is sooner than later, dummies. Thank you. Yes, Keith, thank you.
Thank you, Keith.
That's a great message. Let's hit it early. Last night was glorious. It was so awesome. We had more time to talk about the show because we weren't talking about stupid donations. We just hit the target and moved on. Make it happen. Here you go. Free Palestine. She went up on stage and started singing, and I figured, I'm going to let you take this one because I've been talking a lot. So
I would love that.
I'm going to show.
The world is watching. Free Palestine. 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 World.
This concert.
Aw, she's so special.
Concert
I think
sucks.
There's no auto-tune in that crowd, I tell you. So I think that, sure, nobody wants to see war, and I understand that from the Democrat point of view, is they want to be the party of peace and love and hugs and green energy and you know that level of messaging. The issue is that if she was actually in Palestine, they would have snuffed her out long ago. Just for you'd say one thing that the people of Palestine disagree with, and they would have stoned her, right? And they didn't even have to have a reason. They just would have just done it. So for all of this party of peace and love and freeing Palestine and everything like that, she doesn't understand that the people, that the military aspects in Palestine would have her and her entire family whacked without any consideration.
You know, I would bet her third chromosome on it that she would be killed, and I'm pretty comfortable saying that. So let's stop pretending that that Palestine is, first of all, there's really nobody left. Let's just be honest. So when we say free Palestine, they've already been freed. Let's be honest. They're
from life.
From so I don't mean to be rude. Ahmed the terrorist had something to say.
Silence! I kill you!
It's correct. That's what would happen to poor old Greta Thunberg. I thought she was a climate activist. I thought all of this doesn't matter because the whole world's going to end. So does it really matter?
I'm pretty sure that the state of Israel wants to give her a free pager.
I think they should. I think, well, they almost hit her boat. I'm like, come on, guys, seriously? You guys could have hit that thing, seriously, with the technology? I mean, come on. But I just don't understand this free Palestine bullshit. And once again, you say black, they say white. Crime is bad in D.C. This is about racism. Damani called it.
Right.
3 days ago, he made a post. He's like, they're going to shift to racism.
Yeah, I saw that
Watch.
one.
They're already there. By the way, Damani, I had it earlier, by the way. If you go look at the video that I made, I had it actually before Damani, but that's okay, whatever. But it's not a competition. We're in bed together. And but yeah, the subway bandit, it was what I'm calling him, he was fired. He's a DOJ employee. They fired him. Pam Bondi She axed his ass. So good. And here's the question, since we played that earlier. Is that a felony? You throw a Subway sandwich, does it deserve to be a felony? And does he deserve to lose his job? What do you think?
Did it have onions in it?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's a good question.
I actually, I do think that that's probably a felony, because I think the intent is probably what's more applicable in that kind of case, right? Obviously, an actual sandwich isn't going to do anything to a dude who's wearing body armor, but that's not the point. There are some people, and we've seen this for the last 20 years, on people on the right, where the left likes to apply the law, and they will do so with extreme prejudice just so that they can make an example out of it. Well, this is that in reciprocation, right? This is that in return. And I'm with Judge Janine. Like, if you go and physically attack a cop, you should have a pavement facial, you know?
I completely agree. The question is, should they have shot him?
No.
Fine, Leeroy. Because wait a second. I thought they were a Gestapo. I mean, isn't that the narrative, that this is a Gestapo, that they're Nazis? Didn't they ask him for his papers? Shouldn't they have shot him? I mean, that's my understanding of what a Gestapo is. Help me understand. This isn't a Gestapo. How can it possibly be a Gestapo?
It's not.
Oh. But what about martial law? Is it martial law?
Is it?
Well,
honestly,
it's a really good question. That's a really good question. Is it?
Honestly, this is a for real point.
Yes.
The libertarian in me says that all of the measures that Trump is trying to enact in order to bring down the crime rate in the DC area, I'm not sure that was the right move, right?
Oh.
Because the libertarian in me says that I think that might have been a step too far. If we're really trying to show the world that Democrat policies lead to these crime waves and elevated murder levels and people getting shanked on the subways and so forth, let it play out. But his intervening in DC kind of plays to the Democrat hands that already want to portray him as an authoritarian. I'm not sure it was the right move. I understand it. I understand its necessity just for the sake of safety. We just got done talking on the last show about Benny Johnson and everything that guy had seen through his Ring doorbell. I get it. But politically, I'm just saying it may not have been the best move.
Okay, so this is a great conversation. Are you in the ball, or in the half of the court that says that this is martial law?
No.
Why?
No. Well, I mean, I think you actually have to have that declaration first. Yeah.
We have a
I got it. Frank Riley donated $22.64, says, hey, Matt and Leeroy, do you think that Pirro...
You got to go faster. Yep.
I know, sorry.
Basically, do you think Bondi would have been better than Pirro? No. Bondi can't do her current job. Do I think Pirro could do it? No, I don't. I don't think Pirro has the presence, has the skill set to be an AG. She's a prosecutor, Pirro. She's not a politician, and I don't think she would do well as AG. I just don't. It's just my personal opinion. Everyone's like, yeah, but she would go after everybody. Yeah, and she would lose a lot. She's emotional. As a U.S. attorney, she gets to play sick'em, and that's her job, and she's good at it. And she's a prosecutor. Let her prosecute. Yes, I like that. But honestly, I hate to say it. I don't think a woman should be the attorneys general. I just don't. Sorry. It's never worked out. Janet Reno, Loretta Lynch, Pam Bondi now. You tell me. Can you name a woman who's done a good job as attorney general?
Joanne Townsend donated $10, says, thank you for everything that you do. Thank you, Joanne.
Yeah, so let's talk about this. First of all, Washington, D.C. is not a state. It's not a state. That's it. Martial law needs to be declared, and it has to have a military authority replaces civilian, police, constable, sheriff, whatever. None of that's happened. So there's military presence, but that's like saying that when there's a hurricane, military comes in, that means it's martial law. No. They can work in a limited capacity, and Washington, D.C. is different, considering that the National Guard for D.C. is under President Trump's control. So 740 is the Home Rule Act. It gives him authority to activate the National Guard and federal authorities for 30 days without having any
congressional.
Scratch that. That's not true. National Guard, not the federal. He can do the federal indefinitely. But the National Guard, you're right, 30 days, 800 troops is the limit that he can use, and it's for public safety. That's like saying J6, using the National Guard, he declared martial law. He did it. So the thing is also, is the most important thing about martial law, it's in the word. It's essentially the oppression and separation of civil rights. No civil rights are being infringed upon. People are still receiving habeas corpus. They still have their Miranda rights. They still have all of the rights that are afforded to them from the Fourth and Fifth Amendment. They are just going to be held accountable if they break the law from a federal standpoint versus a state and local standpoint. And the thing is things in D.C. anyway, most of the time wind up being federal. A lot of the crime winds up being federal. So this is not martial law. Now, if he puts the National Guard in California and starts doing the same thing, well, then I have a problem, because the 10th Amendment kicks in. But Washington, D.C. isn't afforded anything of the 10th Amendment. It is not a state. And it never should be a state. In fact, nobody should live there. Nobody. That's my opinion.
Evelyn Camp has a quick comment, says, well, Leeroy, the criminals are winning, and letting it continue would not improve matters. I agree. I look, don't attack me. All I'm saying is that the libertarian side of my brain is basically saying this seems like it plays into the Democrat hands, that lends to this idea of increased authority, increased federal authority over people.
Shoot him.
Don't even.
Kick his
It'll
ass.
only make me horny.
Kick it. You won't like me when I'm horny. Listen, I agree with Leeroy to a certain extent, but I think Donald Trump absolutely should have done this. And the crime statistics that I broke down for you, this is Democrats once again wanting control over their cities. And he is going to use Washington, D.C. as a petri dish. And if you remember what we talked about, the 80-20 world, thank you for saying bless me. I appreciate it. But you didn't say it twice, Darla, because I sneezed twice. So this is a petri dish for the rest of the country. Imagine this. Donald Trump goes in, puts the federal government in there, puts the National Guard in there. 30 days from now, crime drops by 30%. Now, what are the Democrats going to say? Because in 2026, he gets to go and say crime is one of your... He's doing this because crime has now taken the #1 position outside of the economy. And he feels that the economy right now is not... We're going to see some numbers that he's not going to love. We're going to see some inflation uptick. All these things are going to happen. We know it's going to happen because of, putting on the tariffs. But by the time we get to the election in November, Donald Trump and the economists are very, very convinced that they're going to be in a net positive situation, especially when these trade deals start to show for fruition. So they're going to get hit over the last 30 to 45 days that just took place. But then once all these trade deals kick in, once we get peace in Russia, the economy, people are going to go, well, we got to trust the guy. Look at Russia and Ukraine. There's a peace deal coming. Look at Israel and Palestine. Look at the Abraham Accords. Look at the border. Look at crime. And then he's going to sit up there and say, now nationally, Chicago, Los Angeles, Detroit, fucking Bronx, Harlem, Baltimore, we have the remedy, and we're here, and we will activate and help and assist and bring the federal government in there to clean up your streets, and let's get this country, let's make America great again. Let's make these neighborhoods that are impoverished. You know what's going to happen? He's going to get 20% of the black vote. And down ticket, he's going to continue the black vote push because he's the only one who's actually doing anything, and this scares the living shit out of Democrats because if you fix the inner cities, they lose 70% of their voting base because that's the only thing they got left. There are no more blue states. There are blue cities. I will say it again. Thoughts on that, Leeroy?
I agree. Here's the thing. How this plays out, if Trump can spin this in a positive way, and I mean, the other side of this argument basically says, from the Republican point of view, that, hey, we are pro law enforcement. And that's what this is.
Sure.
So in a very big way, this is basically him just upholding his promises.
That's right. Law and
to
order.
lower the crime rate. Yeah, absolutely. So I have no problem with it. I'm just saying we need to be careful on how it's done.
Listen, I'm with you. He's got to get the middle, and he's got the right. He never will get the left, and he had the middle. And you have to be careful because a lot of the middle holds libertarian viewpoints. I agree with you. But you know what I don't hear? I don't hear a lot of libertarians crying foul. I don't hear Rand Paul saying shit. I don't hear Thomas Massey saying anything. They have shut up because they know what he's doing.
That's the touchstone. Yes.
You got to trust Trump. How do you not trust this man? Yes, I understand. He says stupid shit all the time. I get it. He called fucking Alaska Russia. I get it. But it doesn't matter. He always wins. The guy doesn't lose. Just give him a chance. And the whole thing about tariffs, give me a break, dude. Democrats pushed tariffs forward in 2022. They extended the tax cuts that they're complaining about. I mean, it's all such bullshit. And the Democrats are sitting here playing like, oh, well, the worst policy ever, Project 2025. He hasn't installed anything from Project 25. The only thing he has done, period, is the Department of Education, and they still maintain 50% of their people. So list what he's done. Abortion's still here, okay? Abortion's still available. He didn't have nationwide ban abortion.
No, he pushed it down to the states for them to decide.
That's right. He didn't shut anything down with Social Security and Medicare. He took people off. But if you are a tax-paying American who is retired and you've been on Medicare for the last 10 years, tell me your Medicare's gone. Come talk to me. Call in the show, 276-200-2105. And you know what you're going to say? You're going to be like, hey, Vato, I just want to let you know, man, my Medicare's gone, cuz. My Medicare, I can't even get, what the hell? I can't even go ahead and put gas in my Impala. You're not going to be an American citizen. You're going to have a Mexican accent, and that's just the way it is. And I'm sorry if that upsets people, but dude, you're either fraud or you're illegal, and that's it. Get the cat, please. So let's stop pretending, because trust me when I say this, if this were true, and thousands upon thousands of elderly voters had their Medicare and Medicaid canceled and Social Security cut, you would have town halls every minute of the day on every fucking channel, and they would be, my name's Loretta Johnson, and they canceled my Social Security. I was a Republican voter, but I'm voting for the Democrats this time, 24/7.
Well, that's the point, though, isn't it?
24/7.
Is if any of that was true, the Democrats would have already used that line. And they tried to, but because it's not true, and there's been no cases like Loretta, like what Matt is describing, because that hasn't happened, they can't use that with any sort of follow-through, because it's not real.
Right. So until that happens, until we see Joe the plumbers, let's stop pretending, okay? I'm sick and tired of this. But Beto O'Rourke is back in the news. Oh, joy. Our good buddy Robert.
Did he
what are your
burgle
thoughts on
another
Zohar
house?
Mamdani?
Wait, sorry about that, buddy. I was loading the clip. Go ahead.
Did he burgle another house?
Did he run over a family while drunk driving? Did he lose another election? Because he's 0-3. He's at Hillary status now. He's 0-3.
Oh, he's bad, yeah.
You lost to Ted Cruz, dude. Ted fucking Cruz.
Nobody likes Ted Cruz.
Well, I like Ted Cruz, but in 2016, by not endorsing Trump at the RNC the way he should have, he burned bridges. And trust me, until about 9 o'clock at night, Texas let him feel it. He was 2% away from Ted Cruz, and I told everyone, say, calm down. The rural counties aren't in. When the rurals come in, rurals aren't going to vote for Beto. But the mass-produced GOP did, and they punished Ted Cruz. And they punished his ass. He wound up winning by 4.3 points, which is just a shellacking in Texas. But Beto O'Rourke is a loser. He's a 3-time loser. The guy's an idiot. And now I'll give you 2 guesses to nail this in. Guess who he's endorsing? Just take a second. You've seen some recent people do it. Elizabeth Warren.
Well, I got to look it up.
No, don't. Watch, I'm going to give it to you. Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, AOC have all endorsed him. There's your first hint. Second hint, a mayoral race. Don't look it up. Third time, New York.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You remember that?
It's a guy, I can't remember his name. Yeah.
Mamdani.
I know who you're talking about.
All right, well, here it is. See, that's what it's funner to do this. Stop looking shit up. Gosh, geez, dude. An intel guys always having to have the answer. Here it is.
What are your thoughts on Zohran Mamdani? I think he's one of the most exciting people in American politics, bar none. Thoughts on Zohran Mamdani? I think he's one of the most
even Twitter, dude, has. There's one thing I've noticed about Beto, and I don't know if you have, but he gets gayer and gayer every time he loses. Oh my
God, doesn't he?
Dude, I mean, seriously, like I think
he's one of the most.
I hate to say it, but he just screams fag, like just completely. And listen, there's a difference between gay and fag, like totally different. Fag, in my opinion, is someone who's like, oh my God, buttercups and rainbows.
Right. So we're talking Nathan Lane from the Birdcage. Yeah.
Right. That's fag. And they'll even call themselves a fag. Gay is, yes, I like to go ahead and treat a man's ass cheeks like pillows. It's fantastic. Okay, well, you're gay. This guy is like a flamer. Just watch it. It's just like Johnny Storm. Flame on! Watch this.
What are your thoughts on Zohran Mamdani? I think he's one of the most exciting people in American politics, bar none. The joy with which he ran his campaign, he just looked genuinely excited to be with the people that he wanted to serve, and so often turning the microphone over to them. I mean, when's the last time a politician willingly gave up a microphone to somebody else who wanted to speak? But I think he sought to listen to and learn from those who he wanted to lead in New York, and he presented these really bold, clearly defined solutions to their problems.
Yeah, like let's kill all Jews. Really bold predictions, things like that. Let's have government run grocery stores. Yeah, that's
right. Let's minimize the corporate footprint in, of all places, New York, which also happens to be one of the economic engines of the United States. Let's go ahead and start knocking that down a few notches. Sounds great.
Let's defund the police too while we're at it, because we need to kill a few more CEOs, and they're probably Jewish, so we can kill two birds with one stone.
This is the most expensive city to live in America. Hey, what if we freeze the rent if you're eligible for it? How about buses are free? You can't get fresh and healthy food for your kids. What if the city got involved in helping you to get that done?
Right, because the sanitation department, the sanitation department in New York just screams efficiency. We'll go ahead and pick up on Thursdays. If you're not there, make sure to put your bottles in one thing, any dead rats go in another, and then we'll be there on Friday after 3 o'clock if the full moon is go ahead in line with Uranus and Saturn.
Right. The government solution to school meals in that state would then become Soylent Green.
Right.
That would be right.
Sweeney Todd would come full circle. Was Sweeney Todd in Boston? Oh, shit. I made a Boston reference.
I don't know.
Son of a bitch. I think it is.
Boston.
There wasn't...
Look, you're getting really excited. I just want to stop you right now. Yeah. I don't know if you saw... the New York Post just dropped this news article, but we can lift this from the interview if you want. Zohran Mamdani's mom.
Is that Quaker State 3030? I'm just...
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. You know what? No, it wasn't. I'm thinking of the wrong one. Sweeney Todd was London, I think. It was England. That's right. What was the one that was in Boston? There was another one about cannibalism. I don't know. I'll try to figure it out.
Has an apartment that is worth $2 million. So he might have grown up in an apartment that has more than one bathroom.
God forbid.
Let's listen to that last part again, because first of all, the guy's name's Hassan, So, this guy, like right before this, he's like, excuse me, I must face east. And I've got to kneel. I'll be right back.
The sun shop. Yeah.
Right. He's like, Beto, can you please go ahead and show me your papers? I need to make sure you're not a Jew, because if you are, you can't sit here. Second, in case any Jews come by, I might clack my vest. You might want to get behind me. It is forward facing, treated like a claymore, and everything should be fine. Here it is.
Right. Beto, what do you know about ceramic
there
ball
was
bearings?
helping to get that done. There wasn't.
Look, you're getting really excited. I just want to stop you right now. I don't know if you saw.
Dude, what are you doing interrupting your guest for breaking news? If I was Beto, I'd be like, what, you guys took out other towers? What happened? I don't understand what's going on.
The New York Post just dropped this news article, but we can lift this from the interview if you want. Zohran Mamdani's mom has an apartment that is worth $2 million.
Yeah, because he's a fraud. The guy literally gets government subsidized housing. He's taken it away from people who need it. And he clears like, what, $750,000 a year, and the guy has subsidized housing, and his mommy is literally on the tit of like every single big donor. Give me a fucking break. He's not a progressive.
Tax the rich, right?
He's an elitist who says, democratic socialism is the greatest thing in the world. You should try it. I've got 100 million reasons of why it'll work. I fucking can't stand these people.
Yeah.
He's going to win. And you know what? Listen to me when I say this. It's a good thing. Let him win. I hope he wins New York, because every decade, we need a cleansing of socialism, because people get retarded and forget how fucking bad it is and how god awful it is. And they need to be reminded. We need a socialist once in a while to come in here and screw everything up. Screw up New York. Bankrupt New York. Do it. I don't care anymore. Just do it. And then we will be okay for at least a decade or two. Go ahead, Leeroy.
Your competition there locally at Loudoun County, Nick Freitas had posted earlier. It was like earlier today.
I saw
it. Yeah. You know, you really can. Anybody can just become a socialist, a Democrat socialist. You basically move to a commune. You collectively grow all your food and starve together, and you can do that. You don't need the government's permission. What you want is to force everyone into it.
Yeah. Yeah. I love Nick. I can't get him on the show. I think he's too big. I don't even know if he knows that I've been trying to get a hold of him, but it'll happen. And I want him on here because, dude, we have a lot in common. Certainly the way we communicate, and not like on live. I'm cussing and it's like I'm drinking beer and stuff, but he gets down and he can boogie. I mean, the guy, don't kid yourself. The guy he has a few expletives up his belt, but he's also believes in, what I love about him is just the patriarch. And he's so dedicated to the patriarchal environment and making sure that your kids are constantly, and he's not perfect, he admits that, but constantly have a role model to emulate when they get older. And he is a good guy. And he's seen shit, and he doesn't sit here and carry his service on his sleeve. You know, he doesn't sit there and GI bro all the time. He's not part of MEAL Team 6. He's not a U.S. Gravy SEAL. But this guy's Special Forces. He's a warrior. He's soft. He is cold hard. And he's high speed, low drag. But you would never guess it looking at him, because he talks like a warrior poet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I really like it.
I got a man crush. Do
you have an erection right now, though? That's the question.
As much as a 51-year-old man can without the blue pill, I think I'm semi-flaccid. By the way, I want to thank
that when I was in Mexico.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. I want to thank the 200 on Twitter. I want to thank the 80 on Facebook. It helped tonight. That's 15 more than we've had recently. We've been averaging 65, which is the most ludicrous. Remember when we were up to like 150, 175 on Facebook and how glorious it was? It doesn't matter. We'll get back there. But we did send out emails tonight. If you're a part of the email crew and you got an email and you said, oh my God, I didn't know, we sent out over 1,800 emails tonight to let everyone know we're on live. We're going to do that once a week just to kind of remind people who we are. If you go to thedumbshow.com, you can actually sign up for the email newsletter. But also, if you go to Facebook, there's something called Channel. It's right up there on the top. You'll see videos and about, and you'll see Channel. If you subscribe to that channel, you will get automatic updates every single night at 7 o'clock. We tell you when we're on live. Or you can just remember, because it's not that hard, Monday through Friday, like Murder, She Wrote and Wheel of Fortune, we're on at 7 p.m. Eastern. I don't know if that's true. But what a choice, Murder, She Wrote or Wheel of Fortune. I got to go with Vanna White's boobies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune. This guy from CNN, I'll be honest with you, he didn't know shit about the election, and I made fun of him constantly. But man, I'm really starting to like him because he is like pissing everybody off because he's fair, and he's given very base numbers. And I got to say, I'm very impressed with him. I don't know his name. I don't know at all. I made fun of him constantly though when it came to the election because he was wrong about everything. But he's very good at this Ipsos polling and Quinnipiac and Real Clear Politics, RCP average. And he's really good at digging up stuff to identify how Donald Trump is doing. And sometimes he hits him and other times he doesn't. And this is one of the cases that actually shows a really good video. Here it is.
Yeah, I think that Democrats have to get it around their heads that Americans are far more hawkish on crime than they think that they are. What are we talking about? Trump's net approval handling crime. Where was he last year? He was way underwater at minus 13 points views of term number 1. But look at where he is now. He's on the positive side of the ledger. He's on the positive side at plus 1 point. Americans view Trump far more favorably now on crime than they did a year ago. And while this polling doesn't take into account what's
I want to commend you on wearing the polo. I just recognized you're wearing the polo tonight. Looks very good. We look very professional tonight.
We do. We dressed each other, and yeah, it was nice.
Well, I'm wearing Olivia's. It's obviously a little small, so I've grown a little bit since I bought the old one. This is one of the old ones, and I've put on a little little mask.
I think this is one of the old ones. Yeah,
it is. This is the Adidas ones because I don't know. Maybe I just buy small shit and I want to flex my man guns. I don't know what it is.
Exactly happening in D.C. right now. It does take into account what happened in Los Angeles, what's happened earlier this year. And Americans, for the most part, actually view Trump favorably. Crime is one of Trump's best issues. It's one of the reasons why he wants to talk about crime, because it favors him.
It will be very interesting when you can see polling that has what's happening and rolling out right now settling in to see
if it moves
what the impact really is, because it's been a lot of messaging.
It's going to go north.
Compare Trump to Biden in handling of crime.
Yeah, okay. I think this sort of gives the game away here because Donald Trump is like Eric Gordon towering over Joe Biden when it comes to the 2024. Look at where Biden's net approval was on crime. Way underwater there at minus 26 points. It was one of Biden's worst issues. Granted, pretty much every issue was one of Biden's worst issues. And again, look at where Donald Trump is.
This is CNN.
I love him. I'm starting to really love him.
Joe Biden. What is that? That's 27 points. So Americans vastly prefer Donald Trump's approach to crime than they did to Joe Biden's. And again, I think it gets back to the point that Americans are far more hawkish on crime than a lot of Democrats.
Do the GOP and Democrats.
Americans writ large, but how does it break down by party?
Yeah,
thank you. Watch this.
We're talking about Donald Trump here, right? So I think it's very important to note that this isn't just about Donald Trump. It's about Republicans versus Democrats, right? And that, of course, is a key question.
Wait till you see the Democrat numbers,
next
dude.
Year's midterm election. I think the party closest to
Remember
your
what
views
I
on
said.
crime. Look, in 2023, Republicans were favored by 13 points. Look at where they were in May of this year. Republicans were actually favored by 16 points. They actually gained ground on crime. They were maintaining their edge and actually added a little bit to it.
Just wait.
So Republicans in the House, Republicans in the Senate, they absolutely want to be
Flip
talking
the
about
slide,
crime.
Vanna.
The more they feel that we're talking about crime, the better they feel that the electoral landscape is for them.
Okay, you didn't see it because they cut it off. But I can already tell you where it is. They're negative 7%.
Oh.
Right.
Yikes.
So because you have to understand all the crime is in Democrat cities. This is the problem.
Right.
Sorry, the sound was loud. Listen, that's not my fault. That Pac-Man is a little loud. I apologize. I had the sound turned up on the video, and that's why it happened. Like I could. That's much better. Sorry. Shit happens, Jazzy. Go ahead, Leeroy. Did that hurt your ear? Did that one hurt your ears?
No, not me.
Well, you went and itched. I was like, oh, shit, did that one hurt your ears?
Oh, no. I have an itch.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Because crime is the bigger issue in all of the deep blue states, places like New York, places Los Angeles, that kind of thing. I think this idea that we're looking down the runway towards the redistricting outcome and where Texas is projected to pick up 5. California is going to try and play the same game. I think if we really foot stomp on the crime numbers and speak to the successes and make sure that those messages are getting into deep blue cities,
right?
I think that there's a very strong chance that you had said this is probably 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
You had referenced that Donald Trump's second 100 days would be more important than his first 100 days.
Yes, sir.
And that's because of the midterms as they come up. I completely understand that now. Like, as we're coming up to the point where redistricting and people are going to start talking about the midterms, as we reflect back on the last 100 days, there's been a lot of Republican success baked in there. I really struggle to see where Democrats are going to come out ahead here without massive campaigns and or cheating.
Well, and listen, and that's my point, is that a lot of people kind of got on me for that, and I'm like, yeah, I don't need to repeat it. You said it. That's it. You're right. That's what it was. And really, it was the second half of his first half. The second year is going to be more important than his first, because people aren't going to remember. Like, he has to kind of break some things in order to fix things. And there's going to be some blowback. Like I'm telling you, the next 90 days of numbers aren't going to be awesome. Inflation's probably going to tick up. It probably will go northwards of 3.5 to 4.
Some people were predicting. I can't talk tonight. A recession, and that was a word I didn't think I'd hear, but here we are.
I don't think so. I like recession's really hard when the stock exchange is bulletproof, right? And it's so solid, and people have so much invested into it that it's just like it's just unless there is a massive tank, unless there's a massive like black swan event, I just don't see us going into a recession of that size. I mean, I could understand the housing market stuff, but they still have moves to go. Like, we start seeing a massive dip, well, then they lower interest rates. And so inflation gets a little bit high, they maybe rise with interest rates, but it's not like we're at a zero bubble right now. So we have both sides of the algebraic equation of positives and negatives to do to impact the economy. And then we got these tax cuts coming. I think the saving grace for us is going to be in 2026, these tax cuts that are literally going to stimulate everybody and put money back in our pocket, $10,000 per household. Yes, you're going to pay a little bit more, but commodities and goods are flat right now. Everyone's like, oh my God, prices have skyrocketed for food. Actually, no, they haven't. No. Steak is like red meat is the big number, but everything else, yes, and gas is up a little bit as far as energy for warming houses, but that always goes up in the summer because there's less use. So therefore they increase the prices. It'll drop down in the winter, just like fuel goes down in the summer. Your automobile fuel goes down, gasoline in the summer, and your natural gas goes up in the summer because you use less, and then it goes down in the winter. That's what happens because you consume more of it. The demand. Supply. It's just the way it works. It's the way it always works. Moving on. ActBlue is under investigation. Oh, we need to show a commercial, don't we? Yeah, we do. We need to, because we haven't had a donation in a while. Holy crap, we were doing so good. Did my wife just completely just shit the bed and forget? Yes.
Live!
Live! We've had 2 orders tonight. We have the Dumb Show signature tank top, actually ordered by Bobby Richardson. Do we have any donations?
Thank you, Bobby.
No. I'm going to do the commercial right now. I don't care about the cat. Okay. Kirsty Hall. I think it's Kirsty. Sorry. Kirsty Hall donated a Punisher medium and an Air Force pinup medium. You're going to love those shirts. All of our stuff is beautifully made. I'm glad you are happy with it. And then Bobby, like I said, ordered the tank top. So it's good to see.
Here's a Kirsty Hall that I follow on Facebook. And I want to say this is probably not the same person, but I want to say she's like a constitutional lawyer.
Is it Kirsty, Kristie?
I don't know. I'm going to look it up.
Kirsty Hall. Okay. How about this? I think we're going to put in the commercial. Olivia, Great to see you, honey. How you doing there, sexy?
Wait, let me put my earphone in so I can hear Leeroy.
Oh, Leeroy's not important. You don't need to hear Leeroy.
No.
Hi, Leeroy.
Hi, Olivia.
Wait, Bobby, you're going to Bobby's going to NASCAR? Wow.
How was your cruise?
Oh, it was fantabulous.
You guys, we've got 400 people on. We need to hurry.
I know. I'm hurrying.
Sorry, we don't have time.
We
for this.
ate a ton. We slept a lot. It was fun.
Yeah, you guys can call each other and shit. We're not doing this again. We did it last night. We've got 450 people on. So I was just doing my nails, and Beto O'Rourke is gay, and that's really exciting.
Girl, did you see his socks?
I don't think he was wearing socks. You know what I mean? I'm surprised he wasn't wearing a kafaya, just so he mixed in with that guy. And he's like, my name is Roberto Mohammed O'Rourke. Because you know how
real
he
name?
is. Robert.
He's got like a gangster name, doesn't he?
It's Robert. It's Robert O'Rourke. He's fucking an Irish. He's an Irish Mexican. He's ridiculous. The guy's a piece of shit.
I'm ready.
All right. So Olivia's going to tell you the rules, folks. I upped the question. I'm just letting you know the question's a lot harder. I'm done with these soft questions. I read the one today and I'm like, oh, come on. I can go ask Hayden that. So we're going to go.
Oh, you did a different
No,
question.
I did a different. I've got it for you.
All right.
So the rules, Liv. Tell them the rules.
The rules is during the commercial, there will be a question up on the screen, and you have to text 276-200-2105. You have to have the correct answer and your first and last name. The first person who texts in the correct answer with their full name is the winner, and JD Stillwell will donate $10 in your name.
Does that make sense? All right. Remember, you've got to text 276-200-2105. We'll mention the top 5. I have a feeling this one's going to be tough. See, because you cheaters, you did this to yourself. You went on Google last night. Man, this shirt does make me look big. I'm just letting you know. I was just staring at my arms and I just admiring myself.
I'm trying to hide my boner.
I'm just saying, dude, you look,
Calm it down there, Benny.
So, oh yeah. So when you guys, sorry, I'm doing my Benny. Whenever you watch Benny, he does this during his show, and he like scratches
I thought
his
Olivia
head.
was under your table or something.
No. Oh yeah, no, that'd be like this. So,
I'm right here.
so Benny, whenever he is on his show, he flexes, and like he'll do it, and you'll see like a little this, come down.
Yeah.
And by the way, Benny, that's when your body
I
fat's.
think he actually watches the show.
That's That's when your body fat's in a good spot. So he's a little flabby there, and then all of a sudden he's like, it's like this. He goes, whoosh. And he flexes it. He starts doing this. Sorry, Benny. I'm sorry. Not everyone's born with when you get this old. Good luck. Okay, so this question's not easy, and you're not going to be able to Google it and just find it that easy.
Are you going to read it out loud first?
Yes, that's a great idea, Olivia Spear. Okay. All right, so here we go. This is a good one. At the 1787, I'm so sorry. Nobody's winning. No, I'm kidding. At the 1787 Constitutional Convention, which delegate proposed counting only free white residents for House representation? And what problem was he trying to solve? You need to tell me what he was trying to solve, and you need to tell me his name. At the 1787 Constitutional Convention, which delegate proposed counting only free white residents? Here's the commercial. Don't forget to donate.
Hi, I'm Olivia Spear, host of The Dumb Show. For 3.5 years, we never asked for donations. But after Facebook demonetized us for speaking the truth, we've had to turn to the one thing big tech can't cancel: you.
I'm Hayden, Matt and Olivia's daughter. This show's never chased sponsors or sold out. We've built something honest, and it's thanks to you.
I'm Ethan, their son. Every share, every dollar, every message, you're the reason we can keep calling out the BS and bringing color back to the world going gray.
If you want to help, we take PayPal, Venmo.
You can totally use Google. Knock it off. Use Google.
Snail mail. You can send it to P.O. Box 2, Round Hill, Virginia, 20142.
Can't donate? No problem. Just share the show with someone who needs to hear it.
Best answer. Thanks for helping us stay loud, proud, and completely uncensored. You can donate at thedumbshow.com/donate.
You know what happens when you turn the dial harder? You can make a harder grimace. The harder you grimace, the more effective it is.
You tighten it so freaking.
People, use Google. Use Google.
I can't do it. I can't untighten
That's what she said.
That's what she's. Oof. Oof. Coming in with it. Pounded. Pounded. Pound.
Child got 15.
Ethan, you look like a hippie.
Totally tubular.
You know this is recording, right?
Okay, let's go. Smile. Donate. Don't start with me. Donations. Every time you don't smile, I'm gonna punch you in the ribs. Donations. Take one. Scene one. Ready. Set. Ethan.
Break.
Ready. Don't screw it up.
Okay.
Ethan, don't mess this up. Ready. Set. Action. No. Whoa. Director calls action, not some stupid toddler.
But we've built something.
There's no but there. Why do you've been doing this since you were 2 years old? Try it again.
Just share the show with someone who needs to hear it.
He's so much better than you at everything.
Better at
Hayden. Are you kidding me? So far, we have got no fucking clue. Hi, Matt and Leeroy. No idea. I've got nothing. I'm out. Nobody's going to even try? Maybe I should put up the other
Maybe
one.
you should stick with the easier question.
All right. New question. God, you guys are a bunch of pansies. Oh, my gosh. Come on. All right. Here it is. Oh, Lord. By the way, sure there's nobody who's going to try? Nobody's even going to try. Let's make sure. Nobody's going to try. Try what? All right. It's James Patterson, New Jersey, 3/5 compromise. They didn't want the lower slave states to have more Southern influence. So he introduced the 3/5 compromise. Oh, come on, folks. Wasn't that hard. Oh, whatever. Here it is. Here's your new and improved baby version. We're starting over. There it is. On this day in 1945, which U.S. president announced Japan's unconditional surrender, effectively ending World War II?
Donald Trump.
Don't stop it. Go. Get your question in. You've got like 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Get it in. He's just like, even, it's just. Go ahead, Hayden.
Thanks for helping us stay loud, proud, and completely uncensored.
That's a wrap. Well done, Spear family. I bet we make no money.
But I'm gonna owe them money without.
Hayden, do your thing again.
Oh, yeah, cut it.
Baby shark, doo 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 doo.
All right, folks. William Patterson, not James Patterson. James Patterson was something completely different. A good author. William Patterson of New Jersey, representative, was afraid in 1787, I believe is the year, where the 3/5 compromise was introduced, to assume not that that black people were only 3/5 of a person. My God, people. It's that 4 million slaves would be introduced and represented in the southern colonies, therefore putting them over northern influence. And the 3/5 compromise was to keep it about 50-50. And if they wouldn't, the South would have taken, without war, the North. And they would have taken over the Congress, and they would have ultimately, or the Senate, and ultimately made their decisions to change the North and the South to whatever they wanted, which was obviously slave labor and some other decisions that the North was not acquiesced to.
So who won?
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for people to get their answer in.
Got it.
So I'm going to check it now. Oh, yeah. There's 700 entries now. Let's go ahead and do, we've got some wrong answers. Huh. Okay. Let's see. First answer that was correct. Sorry.
Looks like that.
Yeah, Jennifer Garland.
Yep.
Garland. Okay. Top 5 answers. I'm going to give you all of them. Living Patriot is number 5.
Oh, the answer is.
I'm not going to tell them the answer yet.
Okay.
Living Patriot's number. Are you going to do this? Am I going to do this? Okay, I'll do this. Do you want to come on tonight, or do you want Leeroy and I to do the show? I mean, I'm just wondering. She's smiling.
No, I'm not.
No, she's not. No, she. Wooga, dive. Okay, so Truman is the
Olivia, will you
answer.
make me
Since
a sandwich?
Olivia, she's got the FU. Oh, double fingers for Leeroy. All right, Patricia Lusa is number 4. Matt Hollanday in with number 3. Frank Riley. No, Frank, not FDR. Frank. No. Fortunately, FDR did not get to see it before his demise.
Not Dwight Eisenhower.
It's not Dwight Eisenhower either. Holy crap. You're just off by generation. Jennifer Garlett with the answer, which is, Liv?
Harry S. Truman.
Yeah, Harry S. Truman. Winner, chicken dinner. Jennifer Garlett, $10 tonight. That was much better.
Yeah, we don't want the
Yeah,
big.
no, we don't want hard ones. I mean, why should? But can I tell you what? People guessed and started to rationalize, and they did some research, and to me, that's better. But Jennifer Garlett, thank you.
Thank
Winner,
you
chicken
very
dinner.
much.
That was fun. I always like those. Those are good.
Right.
Thanks, baby.
You're welcome.
Are you having a good day off?
Yes. I'm so done trying clothes on right now. I'm like, sorry,
you-
the closet's a mess, and I'm like, I'm not fixing it.
You look good.
Thank you.
All right. So
Good night, y'all. See you tomorrow.
Love you, baby. I think
Love you.
Good night,
nightly. Thank you, baby. Nightly trivia question. Just to go ahead, one of our good lists. Can I watch you leave the room? Okay.
Hell yeah.
It's a nightly question. We have some fun with it. All right. ActBlue is under investigation. By the way, folks, donations. We need them. 167.72. We had such a good night. I don't want to talk about this. Please, can we get there? Last night, we had all donations in, and we were almost at $400, I think, by 8:30. Let's make it happen. ActBlue is under investigation. Let's listen to this. This was on Fox News earlier. This is important, considering that this is the #1 collector for Democrat fundraising in the United States. It's kind of a big deal. Here it is.
ActBlue. This is a Democratic donation platform, and the focus as the allegations about illegal straw donors and foreign contributions. Mark Meredith is live in Washington with more. This has been brewing for a while, Mark. What do we need to know?
Dana, for years, you're right about this, but this is a big development. The White House is directing the Attorney General to investigate the Democratic Party's top fundraising platform. It's called ActBlue, and the president says he wants to know if foreign money is being donated to the group and then utilized to sway elections. Democrats are calling this probe a dangerous abuse of power. ActBlue is an enormous operation.
Isn't it always a dangerous abuse of power whenever Democrats are investigated?
Unless they do it.
And this is just a horrible opportunity for you guys to find out what we're doing.
Democratic politics. It's raised more than $16 billion since 2004. You may have seen the text pop up from candidates saying, please donate, go to the ActBlue website. Republicans use something similar called Win Red. There was a new memo signed on Thursday directing the Attorney General to investigate if foreign nationals are using the ActBlue platform to bypass campaign finance laws. Trump wants a report out in 6 months.
So what about it? If you have campaign finance laws that say that the average person's allowed to give $2,500, a couple is allowed to give what, 5,000? Or is it 4,000? Yeah. So roughly about $10,000 they can give if they also have a business. So they can give it as a private citizen, and they can also give it as a business. So, but if you're creating falsified accounts and you're inserting dollars that aren't actually there, is that not fraud? Is that not money laundering?
Yes.
And I hate WinRed. WinRed, I have called those people, and I did not donate to Donald Trump in 2024 because I did not want to be back on the list. So I did a private donation. But WinRed, oh God, they sell your shit. Why do you think you get? I was getting 800-900 texts a day for politics. So I won't give to WinRed. They're scum suckers. I think WinRed should be shut down too. I think they all should be shut down. I think all campaign contributions should be privately funded by the candidate. That way, you have to have an authorized account. I think you should have to put in your information. I think you should have to put in your Social Security or tax ID to prove that you're an American citizen. If we want to do this right, let's do it right. What do you think?
I understand that there needs to be a central hub, right, that is responsible for the collection of donations. The issue is that it's this is on both sides. There's such a lack of transparency that, to Matt's point, that when they create new accounts, when they funnel money in from other areas where it wouldn't normally come from, when all of a sudden you find a string of $10,000 and $12,000, from the same a group of people over and over again.
Yeah.
I think it's wrong. I really do.
Sure.
I mean, the problem with politics to begin with is the amount of money that is baked into that lifestyle, into that system.
Yeah.
There's a reason why that the homes in DC are the richest in the entire world. I don't know. I say
politics.
shut it all down.
Yeah, well, that's why
money.
They need a fundraising apparatus, but private industry should do it.
Right. Yes.
It shouldn't be.
Transparency.
Yes, transparency. Yeah. And political action committees and super PACs, these things should be abolished from government. I mean, if you have here's the thing. I could put $1 million in advertising into Facebook, but if I have shitty content, it's still not going viral. And I could have $5 on Facebook advertising and have great content, and it doesn't get seen. So it's a pay to play. So when we have gone global thermonuclear, it's completely by accident. If your message is really, really good with a limited amount of money, not $2 billion, Kamala, your message will get out. Youngkin's a great example. Donald Trump's done it. Donald Trump, his 3 campaigns cost less than most Democrats' single campaigns, and his 2 Republican predecessors' single campaigns. Donald Trump didn't spend a lot of money. In 2016, he didn't spend shit. Compared to Hillary, he spent $1.5 billion. I think he spent like $330 million. He's even spent less compared to Kamala in 2024, even though he had a lot of money. But compared to her, she spent almost $2 billion. And his message got out because in the first race in 2016, he dominated social media. And then the third time he ran, he dominated the podcast space. Donald Trump has the vision to go where the puck's going to be, and that's what he's good at. And Democrats are like, Joe Rogan? I'm not going to go on fucking Joe Rogan.
Right.
Big mistake. Huge.
Makes you wonder if that is going to be the blueprint moving forward for these, for the people like Joe Rogan or Lex Fridman or any of them, that if they have that many baked into their audience who tune into them regularly, if that moved the needle that much for Donald Trump, I mean, you have to speculate then at least, right? That's going to be the new blueprint moving forward, that in 2028, you will see more and more presidential candidates ended up on podcasts for long form interviews. And that might just be something we have to get used to.
Or something else new and exciting will be out, right? Maybe it's something with AI. I don't know. Maybe AI has the ability to bring in 1.5 million people and have questions sent in by the hundreds of thousands and take the most popular 5 questions within a nanosecond and process that information and develop them in a consistent message of all the people to ask the president. Maybe that's what's next. See, these things come to me. It's like an epiphany in a wet dream. It's just right here in front of me. Just Tell me it's an amazing idea. You put 25 million people in a room, they all ask a question, and AI has the processing power to give you the most consistent and accurate questions that the group wants to hear. Wow. But then the great thing is there's no cheating because you don't get those questions ahead of time. They're in real time and they're good quality questions. It's a great sample because it's going to take the most popular submissions. So maybe that's the new thing. Maybe somebody uses an AI chat room to do that, uses the processing power of these data servers, and that's the big thing 4 years from now. Who knows? But I'll tell you what, whoever embraces that shit, whoever embraces that phenomenon is going to win.
Yep.
Because that's how people consume their content today. Somebody mark my words. That is going to be, I bet you, AI is used in the election to a level that we have never experienced before by something like that. Because you can't host that many people right now without crashing stuff. But AI, it takes teraflops of information every millisecond. Every millisecond, it takes teraflops of information. And the servers can handle it because the daisy chain. So the processing power, if you try to get on, like look at Twitter. Twitter tried to have a town hall on the phone with JD Vance. It crashed. It sucked.
Mm-hmm.
They tried to put Donald Trump on X. It crashed. So AI is a completely different animal, and it can handle billions upon billions of submissions every second. Maybe that's the next thing. What were you thinking?
Think about that.
Yeah.
Play that forward just a little bit.
Sure.
Does that mean that at the end of future political commercials, you will have to have a disclaimer on there, something like this ad has been brought to you by Grok 4 or, ChatGPT 9.0 does not necessarily endorse JD Vance, but they have to disclose who.
Yeah, these are great things.
You wonder.
These are great things. These are great things to ask. But whoever embraces what the latest and greatest technology will be, AI has to be in this next election. The town halls are antiquated. But imagine if you could have millions of submissions and to create a smorgasbord of questions that the country wants to hear about versus what the news is saying. Like news are like abortion, biggest topic. Sex changes, number 2. And then when you find out from the AI model says, actually, no, it's crime. No. Or it's about local taxes or schools not being in the right. So but what if it wasn't just the economy? Because the economy is a very broad perspective. What if it's simply about competitive pricing in small towns? Is
non-existent versus people's wages.
Right. Or COLA, right? Cost of living. So now you can get granular and you can show, well, out of 30 million people who are paying attention right now, we saw 17% of those people send in a question about cost of living in the United States. Well, holy shit. Now you got those politicians going, oh, look at this data we have. Now we have granular data at a myopic level. And we can zero into one quadrant of a specific issue and literally impact 17% of the voting class. That is amazing. You know what I mean?
That would be huge.
Don't trust it. But Patricia, you can't trust pollsters. Go ahead.
Not only for the purposes of data farming, right? Not only for that, but to help shape policies based off of that. That could help start to outline what political ads are going to look like just based off of that received information. That's actually kind of terrifying. They're basically you are teaching them how to sell you a better product. And if we're talking about politicians, then that's going to go one of two avenues. The politicians on the left who say, well, because the economy is so hinky here and it's important to you, we're going to make sure that you have more government programs so that we can make sure nobody is left behind. Or the opposite direction, which is, Republicans saying, look, we need to scale all this shit back so that if we can lighten the tax load, I can see ads being tailored for that based off of Grok 4 inputs.
Right. So what's the difference between that and pharmaceutical companies or big CEOs or Planned Parenthood? I mean, it's the same fucking thing, but at least it's the American people going in. Now, if we trust nothing, then nothing's trustworthy. So who cares? So why do you care? Right. So if everyone's like, well, it's going to be It's going to be hacked. Well, then you trust nothing, so therefore nothing's trustworthy. So who cares? Why do you give a shit? If everything's untrustworthy, then why do you pretend it bothers you that nothing's trustworthy? This is my argument. If everything's a scam, then everything is, and therefore you should not care because that's just everyday life. I don't believe that artificial intelligence is the root of all evil. People said rock and roll was the root of all evil. No. People said that the TV was the root of all evil. People said radio was the devil coming through speakers. Come on, people. Technology is bad, yes, but it has advantages. And AI, listen, the work that I can do now posting on social media because of AI literally takes an 8-hour day and made it 2 today, and I can focus on other things. To me, that's awesome. But I didn't say, but see, the thing is people are like, I will never trust anything from AI. I don't think you know what AI is. AI allows me to go in and I want to write an app to provide for you a place that you can go on your phone and open up an app and watch old shows, open up an app and download the podcast, open up an app and chat with everybody that's in the crew right now. I can go on AI and have it write that. That's a huge tool. But remember, a screwdriver is a tool, and you can go up and stab somebody in the neck with it. It doesn't mean that the screwdriver is dangerous. It means the person who fucking did it is. And if people are going to take advantage of AI, it needs securities, it needs restraints, it needs a governor, all of those things. Yes, I agree with you 120%. But for a person who's in the digital workspace, AI has really saved me a shit ton of time. And not from a content standpoint, because if you read AI content, it's shit. I'm sorry. It's nobody can write effectively. I've seen AI models and a human being, you know when it's human, you know when it's chat. And I don't care about that. What I care about is the models of coding, that I can code an entire website based upon me writing text and it can turn it into code where I don't have to hire a coder for $175 an hour. Or if I need logo concepts in order to go ahead and create a new logo, I can put that in there and get some ideas. So AI is not the devil. AI is another thing that is advanced technology that people will abuse if we're not careful. I want people to keep that in consideration. Tell me what's going on here. A lot of people say this is AI. By the way, folks, we were so good earlier.
167.72.
We were crushing it, folks. We're 15 minutes to the... I don't know what to do. I'm a little frustrated. I mean, come on.
It doesn't fire.
I mean, is Leeroy turning into the new...
It doesn't...
Leeroy's turning into the new Amy here. This is
Whoa.
Amy had a really good Monday. I'm just saying. All right, folks, listen. We're 167. I'm not going to worry about it, but it does take away from the show and we constantly have to talk about it because we got to hit our goal. We got to hit it. I mean, this is just, we spend all day prepping for this. We need your help. So tell me what's going on here. Maybe some of you might remember this. You know what I mean? 1981. Now, I remember this specifically because Rick Mears didn't just drive F1. He drove stock. And these were the days of Ricky Mears, AJ Foyt, Dale Earnhardt. These are the old school racers. And we would go to Bakersfield and we would watch Ricky Mears. And he was one of my uncle's favorite drivers. He loved Ricky Mears. But I'm going to show you something and you tell me what's going on here. See if you know this. And a lot of people are saying this is AI. Well, I remember this. I remember this Indianapolis 500. It's one of the ones that I watched all of it. And see if you guys remember and tell me, is this AI? It's very interesting.
Let me see.
I know. This is exciting. Not you tell me, they tell me. Let's see if they can figure it out. I know you'll figure it out. You're a smart guy. Not that they're not smart. Okay, I'm backpedaling.
It doesn't fire up very easily. We got a fire there. You can't see it, but it's an outlaw fire. Look at people fleeing in every direction. It's Rick Mears trying to get out of his car. He just came into the pits. This could be very bad. You can't see it, but it's there. See him waving his hand. There's Mears. He's got that flameproof driving suit on. There's a mechanic who's really on fire. Rick Mears is on fire himself. He's on fire. He probably. And he's still not getting that man. The mechanic's still on fire. You cannot see the flame. It's an alcohol fire. Look at those tanks right there. Contain fuel too. This is a very dangerous situation. They seem to be getting under control now. Father Mears there. His father there. The mechanic is obviously burned. He knows he's burned. My, Jim, this could have been a tragedy because there's all that fuel there. The equipment is here. The fire extinguishers are here to put it out. They're really playing a lot on it here. Well, the other mechanic seems okay.
Melanie, you're killing it on X. We got 336 on. X is pushing at 240. Keep it up, sister. Even Facebook's doing well tonight. But donations are dead in the water. I mean, like just literally womp, 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 womp. All right. So what was it? Was that AI? Did AI remove the fire? You didn't look it up, did you? Don't cheat. Don't cheat. You got to stop cheating.
I didn't look it up.
You've been doing that lately. You got to stop. You got to.
I have not.
You're such a.
Do it.
I think you have someone there with
Listen.
you. Go ahead. Tell me what's going on. What happened in the video?
Well, they already referenced it was an alcohol fire. Typically, when you're talking about gasoline or kerosene, things like that, something that has a carbon base on it, you're not going to see it. But alcohol is different. You do not see the flames for that.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot, and especially with the cameras of that day and age, you're not going to see that.
Yeah, and the thing about gas is that it's highly combustible, but it also leaves a lot of carbon, like he said. So it's a very dirty burning fuel. Ethanol is essentially alcohol. So if you can go get some rubbing alcohol, put it on a cotton swab and light it, you'll see a little bit of blue. You'll see blue. No, you will. You'll see blue. It has a very, very thin outline, but it's very difficult to see in the daytime. Where methanol, which is exactly what they're using, methanol is a gas, and that burns completely invisible. So they could literally all be on fire and they don't know. And those guys most assuredly were. In fact, Ricky Mears had to have plastic surgery because of the burns that he received that day.
Brian Moody donated $21.10. Says, just Brian, please.
Yeah, he's not supposed to put in his last name.
Just
so
Brian.
To Olivia and whoever's putting, I think it's my son, whoever's putting in name, when somebody asks, just put their first name. I'm sorry, Brian, that won't happen again. I very much apologize.
Sorry, I just read it.
No, it was, you had to read it because you read that first. I mean, you're not Japanese, so you don't read backwards. Yeah. So methanol is what it was. So this is on the internet right now. It's going absolutely viral. It's got 2.4 million views, and I would say 90% of the people on are saying it's AI. So here is the common example that I'm telling you is everyone is making AI to seem like the devil, that everything's AI. When I write an article now, people are saying, oh, well, that's ChatGPT. And I'm like, no. And if you would like to, you can simply have a conversation with me and figure it out that I don't have a monosyllabic vocabulary and I can put two words together. But this is the other danger. It's like guns. Guns are a weapon. Guns kill people, but they don't. It's people who kill people. But when it literally becomes the scapegoat for everything on the left, it's just the guns that are the problem, and certainly not the fatherless households or crack or crime or giving government subsidies out to an entire people that make them literally loyal only to the government and nothing else, even free thought. You can't just blame the gun. So I want people to understand, 2.4 million people, about 90% of those people are saying that it's AI. And anyone from my generation or Leeroy's generation is like, wait a second, this is called science. And there is a common, equation that's solvable here based upon what your eye is telling you is different than actually what you know and understand. Elizabeth Hall gave $5.65. Challenge everyone who has an Android to go play Just Play and play the game when the show's on and they give you money for playing games. Here is my half for tonight. So she funded her donation simply by playing a game on Just Play on Android, and then whatever she won, she gave to the show. It's not a bad thing.
Nice.
So there you go, folks. That's how you figure it out. It's not everything's AI, just because your eyes deceive you. Now, the video that I made today was completely AI, and I said that before the show. It can be used for nefarious purposes, but we should just remember that it's also a very powerful tool. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Let's see. What else do we have tonight? Want to thank you for, got a big one. Mel Lowe. Mel, you're not
Mel Lowe donated $51.99. Thank you very much from our Canadian friend.
And you're not supposed to, my Canadian friend, but we love you anyway. Thank you. You're amazing. Okay. There's a spacecraft on the way to Earth, and we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. That's it. It's not AI.
Like Independence Day?
Yeah, we're all dead. We're completely fucked.
How to serve man? Yeah.
So this is Red Panda Koala. It's so hard for me to say this. And he is going to tell you that back in Roswell, 1969, 68, 67, I haven't even watched the video, that this was discovered, that there is going to be a story put out that there is a spacecraft on its way to Earth. And this will be used for control. This will be used for martial law. This will be used to hold our heads under the water indefinitely with the proverbial boot of the government. Here it is. Here's the video. I love this stuff. We're going to pick this apart a little bit. Is she raping the squeaky toy? The dog is literally just going off on this squeak toy. All right, here we go.
Filmed this in some dude's garage. Wow.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a very nice set, actually. The lighting is excellent.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
It's very X-Files.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty cool. But, you know, I like our set. Here we go.
But the lie is coming. All indications, like all of them, is that that lie is going to be that there is a craft slowly making its way to us here on Earth. And that is the lie they're going to want you to believe.
It's always in the eyes, folks. It's always in the eyes. At that light, with that distance, full dilation should be happening at this point. I know because I've got lights in my eyes, and if you zoomed in, those things are pinholes. Just letting you know, pretty wide-eyed for having a softbox, 36-inch softbox shining directly into his face. I'm just noticing things, okay? I'm just Candace Owens this process here.
You know, but without, you unpaused it. I was going to say for a hot second there, I got a Nicolas Cage kind of vibe.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a great point that you said that, because I when you were going to talk, I'm like, he does, he really does. Whatever that wizards and sorcerers show he did, The Magician or whatever it was. All right, here it is.
It's nuanced, how they explain that, the nature of that threat. But that 100% is the lie you are going to be told. You even got a date. People have been whispering a date for a long time now. I know where that lie comes from. I know specifically what document from the 70s initiated the idea of that lie. A classified document. That is the lie you will be told.
Can't be that classified if you know about it. I'm sorry. Right? I thought it was 69 or 68 because it's always 69, right? It's always 69. Always. 1969.
That there is a crowd.
See, this is the kind of guy that would immediately get JWIC's access and just sit down and go, who killed JFK? You know? Work that way, man.
Right after lunch, his seat's empty. It's like, what happened? Hey, what happened to Bob Vance? What happened? He got black baddies in Guantanamo now. We're going to have to take his workload. Everyone's going to have to work a little bit harder for daddy, okay? The captain wants to water ski. Where's Bob Vance?
He found out about JFK. We had to get rid of him. Gail D's donated $50. Gayla or Gail?
Gail, dipshit.
Oh. Whatever. It's great work as usual. Great work in screwing up your name. Sorry, Gail.
Oh, God. So, Gayla DEC. We appreciate you. She must be Greek. I love you. Leeroy, I love you. I screw them up all the time. Don't worry about it.
Its way to Earth. That's the lie. Maybe I'm wrong.
You are.
I hope I'm wrong.
You are.
You are.
I sent you 2 texts today with a year. Not from me. Nope. I'm not going to propagate that lie. Not going to be part of it. Not going to say it to the camera. Everybody knows. Just start paying attention.
Yeah.
And they'll change the date, especially if they see this.
Research.
Things will change.
Yeah, study.
Because maybe I'm trustworthy. Maybe I'm worthy of your trust. Maybe I've told you the truth the whole way through it. Now you can verify it.
Notice.
If that's the case, then I'm fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
You've been told the truth about UFOs for a long time now. It's been pretty orchestrated. It's been pretty clear. And it's using people that are telling the truth and want to tell the truth. Ultimately, they want you to know something. They want you to know UFOs are real. Thank God we're finally there. We're all there now. They want you to know the truth. why they want you to know that truth now.
Yeah. Why? Ooh, ominous tone. Somebody hit an E major. Somebody hit an E. Watch out! It's fucking going out. Next, it's going to follow by
producing this Hans Zimmer, right?
Next, it's going to be an E minor next, and then we're all screwed. When the minor shows up, ominous tones, dark ominous tones for the win, folks. The moment we hear that E minor, it's all over. Here it comes. You heard the bong. Now you're going to hear the.
Yeah, this guy spent a ton on the soundtrack after he went to Hans Zimmer. How can we make this more ominous, Hans? E major. I love him.
Can we run this thing through a synthesizer at the same? No reverb. Fuck. Okay.
Hope I'm wrong.
Here comes. Listen.
But it's terrifying. Think about it.
There's the major.
Maybe it's good to get ahead of it.
Give me the minor.
Call it out now before they do it. I'll be called crazy.
Ting.
That's okay.
Ting.
Welcome to Earth. Yeah.
What a douche. All right. I'm going to go first, and it's going to be one sentence. Okay. Is that okay? Good. The mathematical probability of an alien life even encountering the Earth is 0. It's fucking 0. Okay. I don't care how advanced they are. I don't care if they figure out wormholes. I don't care if they don't know how to open doors like in Signs. Holy shit, fucking alien life. You've figured out inner space travel, but you can't open a door.
Or put on pants.
Or put right. Oh, we can't stand water, by the way. Can we go to a place that's 87% covered by water? Yes, let's do that. Sounds fucking blooming fantastic. Just the air temperature and the actual dew point will literally liquefy. Sounds great. Nano Shazbuck 5. You fucking break. Okay.
Look at my alien Willie. Why would you come to
aquatic dick
Earth?
dart.
Why would you come to Earth with no? Like, what are you thinking?
Listen.
We're gonna laugh. We're gonna laugh.
Listen, folks.
Everything's funny to a 9-year-old.
Mathematical probability of 0. Okay? Just the sheer size of space. And the fact that, okay, let's assume that an alien life form that has figured out anti-aging, anti-gravity, sustained energy, faster than light travel times fucking faster than more warp speed, number 1. No, it's too slow. Because
Let's go to ludicrous speed.
Right. We're going to Plaid. Just to get past our solar system is a speed that we can't even fucking conceptualize. Okay, so they use wormholes. They do all that. They go through a black hole. Okay, it's interstellar. They figure out the time-space continuum. Physics be damned. They do all that. It would literally be like you going outside and having a conversation with moths on your front fucking porch who are trying to find the light. And all you hear is bzzz from the blue light bzzz, as they throw themselves on the fucking sodium glow of death. Okay? There's no reason. And it's impossible. Mathematically, it's 0. 0! That they even know we're here or that they would have any interest to come here. Because if they have figured out all of those things, then they already know everything that needs to be known. Wouldn't it make sense that interdimensional travel would be the last unknown? Wouldn't that really be it? They could go to the bottom of the space, touch the bottom, and come back up. They could fly to the furthest moon or the furthest soul and touch it and come back. That they would be impervious to heat. That they would be impervious to radiation. That aging would eclipse them. That they could have a precious metal, Bobby, 3140, party on, dudes. We love you, Bobby. Thank you. That they could have a metal that could withstand the heat of travel at that speed. That they could figure out infinite sources of sustenance to survive. All of these things. And then that they get here, that they would even recognize us as an intelligent life, because literally at that point they would be omnipotent. Give me a fucking break. I said it was going to be a sentence. I lied. Leeroy, go.
I know for a fact, because I work with some of these people, there is a Air Force office that their entire job is to intake videos, pictures, social media posts of unidentified objects, flying objects, right? And come up with a explanation for. I know a couple of the analysts personally. One of them actually trained me in some level of imagery. Good dude. Air Force, E7 type. So they have entire offices of government employees dedicated to debunking the idea that every drone in the sky that happens to use a red and a green light is alien technology. And I'm not joking. Like, that's all that they do is just, oh my God, what is this? That one's a Chinese lantern, flying lantern. Yeah, good job. That one over there, yeah, that's a plastic bag that got caught up in the wind stream. And that's all they do.
Yeah.
We have never, I have never seen anything. And that's what Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, that's what they're known for, is everyone knows they've got the aliens. They're in the steam tunnels, Hangar 18. It's all there, right? It's not there, folks. Never has been. Never will be.
There's people who are like, I can't say a 0% probability. You know what? Being in a 747 and getting attacked by a great white shark, yeah, that's 0. There's a 0 fucking % chance of that ever happening.
Well, if it crashes.
No. You are flying in a 747 at 547 miles an hour at 32,000 feet. There is 0 fucking chance you're going to get attacked by a great white shark. 0. There is no conceivable probability at all. It's just not going to. Folks, I just want to let you know. I know we're sloshing and boshing around here a little bit because we've got a great white in the fucking luggage storage rack.
Why are we hauling an aquarium in the back of the airplane?
Dude, wait a second.
Damn, that thing's big.
Klingons on the starboard bow. That's not a Klingon. It's a great white shark. Oh, fuck. It's Sharknado 8. No, there's 0% chance. Okay.
There's a man on the wing.
My God, Jim.
Yeah.
Klingons on the starboard bow. I'm a doctor, not a gynecologist.
There be whales.
There be whales, sir. There be whales, sir.
Oh, God. I hate me.
Oh, that fucking movie. You know, and listen, I'm going to say it wasn't a bad Star Trek, right? You know,
it was good.
It was good. I mean, dude, seeing the cloaking device on the Klingon.
It brought a relevant environmental issue to the forefront by way of a science fiction movie that had a little bit of pull. That's all it did. And it was a good thing.
Gracie's pregnant. Okay. How did you know that? Okay, listen to me. Interstellar distance. I'm just going to do distances. I just want you to understand, okay? The nearest star system to us, it's Proxima Centauri. Okay, I know that for a fact. Okay, Proxima Centauri. That is 4 light years away. 4. Even at the current speed of our spacecraft, even if you times it by fucking 100, it's going to take 10,000 years. 10,000 years. And please don't get me to talk about the time delineation on space and the gravitational forces of space that changes the time relation to where you started from. The equations on it are absolutely so extremely vast. If you go to Saturn and go into its gravitational pull and are there for a certain period of time, decades will go by. Now, you're like, I don't understand that. You know what? It doesn't matter because people who are smarter than you and I do. Time is different in space. Yes.
Yeah.
And the laws of physics on Earth are not the same as laws of physics all around. You've got to navigate meteorites. You've got to navigate radiation. You have to solve the power source. You have to solve generations of people because that's what it would take. It would take generations of beings in order to make these travels. They could use wormholes. Okay, Those are theories.
That's not real.
It's theories. Now, are there wormholes? There has to be. Okay. Even the Big Bang is too slow to travel as far as the Big Bang has traveled, based upon how long we've been here. So there has to be some sort of relevance to speed. And yes, there might just be this cosmic highway, but we don't understand it. And any being that does, they're not looking for intelligent life. That's not what they're doing. They're literally drinking pina fucking coladas on Nuplex 6. Okay, that's what they're doing.
This is the only area that you should listen to Neil deGrasse Tyson in. Neil deGrasse Tyson, yes, because this is his actual field of expertise. He is an astrophysicist.
Yeah, he's a smart motherfucker.
Right? All of this other bullshit that he spouts about, social policy, or we should fund this, or screw all of that stuff.
Screw it.
Take that and just don't listen to it. But on this point, you should absolutely listen to him.
Yeah,
and I am pretty sure he's already said that it's not a thing.
Well, it's just his question is why. Now, where Neil is wrong is his belief on religion.
Right.
Is that he wants quantifiable data to prove
he's agnostic on it.
Oh, he's very well. No. He holds. He denies that any God exists. Bill Maher is agnostic. Bill's whole platform is I just don't know, and I'm not going to pretend that I do know. And very similar to where I was for like 30, 40 years of my life. But Neil, he completely denies the existence of God. There is no God in his eyes. There's none. Zero. Look it up. He completely denies God. And I follow Neil. I listen to everything he creates. He's a genius. I understand physics like a cat scratch on the skin, enough to be dangerous, but also to say, I don't know. I don't have any idea. But I've listened to him enough to truly understand, and he amazes me. Bless you.
Thank you.
Neil Tyson deGrasse, bless you. Okay, so now that we've done that, there is no spaceship. And honestly, if there were, we wouldn't be able to see it. Because if it was a year and a half away, traveling at the speeds that it's capable of traveling, it would be here. Do you understand what I just said? If it was in our capability of seeing it, it would be here. Based upon it having to be literally traveling at something we can't even understand. We can't even comprehend in order to reach us. So if we could see it, it would already be here. Okay? So this whole date, 2027, you're thinking in earth terms. You're thinking in our, this mortal coil. Our corporal spirits are bound by the gravitational pull of this earth. The sheer amount of speed that it would take is something we can't even fathom or compute. Okay? All right. These guys are full of shit.
Fair.
These are the flat earth people. These are the people who literally, like, if they got COVID, you know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. JD Vance. I love this.
There's a lot of memes of JD Vance on the internet.
JD Vance just literally embraces his awkwardness, and I gotta love it. I gotta love him for it. I mean, there's a level of respect that I'm getting for him. I don't know about his president, but I certainly like his sense of humor, and I think you will too. Listen to this. Then we got some other stuff we have to cover.
There's a lot of memes of JD Vance on the internet. What's your favorite meme? Or like funny joke about yourself, like after the Pope, or there's a lot of options to pick from these days.
So my favorite meme was, and this is very inappropriate, but maybe it's not too soon. But there was the whole thing about how I was into couches.
Yeah.
And right after the Pope died, did you see this one? There was just a meme of the Pope, Usha, and a couch. And it took me a second to get it. And then when I got it, I was like, man, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. In fact, I like to think the left isn't very good at memeing. So my hope is that a right-winger came.
And what it is, the Pope died after his visit. So basically, I'm just going to say it. It's that JD Vance, all three, is the meme. The couch, his wife, and the Pope. It's funny. And the fact that he can laugh at that, and it shows you his marine humor. I like JD Vance. I really do. I think he is one hell of a guy. Real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. You can say it, but Deirdre, just so I can get her, you're assuming that there will never be a liberal who associates as a great white shark on a plane. I've seen a few take up 2+ seats, and if they said they're a great white, I'd believe them. It's a good point. Go ahead.
Great.
Yeah, it is great. Go ahead. Your thoughts on this?
I have liked JD ever since I saw the movie, and then I don't know if anybody remembers, but we were in line to actually go see him speak at Middletown, which is only 2 exits away from me. And unfortunately, we weren't able to make that. Didn't get there early enough. But I'm with Matt. I like the guy. I like his candor. I like his level of humor, and the fact that he doesn't take himself too seriously. And that's nice, right? That's somebody who, is always going to be a little more grounded than, and they're certainly more fun to be around than the AOCs or the Pelosi's of the world, where everything is a damn moral catastrophe. No, JD's pretty cool, and I can appreciate his former military service and where he came from, his roots. Yeah, not gonna lie, I like the guy.
Yeah. Carrie Sprix said, well, what about the Philadelphia experiment with the USS Eldridge? Okay, no. We're not doing this. We're not. You're
fiction.
No.
I mean, there was an experiment, but it wasn't like that.
No, Carrie. No, Carrie. Carrie. Electromagnetic fields have the opportunity to make something invisible, and we use a lot of those things when it comes to radar, but not to the human eye. And it certainly didn't port into Virginia Beach. The letters were written by 1951. I think it was a guy named Ells. It was completely discredited. The Navy has remained absolutely 100% denied all of this. This was actually in the movie, The Philadelphia Experiment. No, it was, what was it? Come on, the F-14s.
I think it was.
Yeah, was it The Philadelphia Experiment?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
we
the
love that
Philadelphia
movie.
Experiment
Final
was its own
Countdown.
movie.
Final Countdown.
Final Countdown.
Final Countdown addresses it. Also, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. They address the Bermuda Triangle, where a squadron of A4 Corsairs were lost and were taken and abducted by the alien ship. So this goes throughout history. The Philadelphia Experiment. There's also a movie too. The little redhead who was in another movie. I don't remember. And then the guy was like, he was in the Rumble movie. It doesn't matter. But there was a Philadelphia Experiment. The point is that the military has tested a lot of stuff. But making something invisible, trust me when I say this, the technology does not exist. But by radar, by heat signature, there's multiple ways.
Why would the U.S. Navy spend billions of dollars to run wires around a destroyer whose main mission is anti-submarine warfare? Let's think. Do we degauss anything now? Why, yes. Yes, we do. All submarines. So it's completely feasible, plausible, that it was just a giant degaussing experiment.
Right. And then the whole point, the scenes where you see bodies like in the quarterdeck and they realign, that's not invisibility. That's realigning the molecular structure. That would be more like teleportation, like Mr. Sulu, I need more warp speed. It's like, I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. That's the teleporter thing. You're realigning molecular structure and you're taking atoms and you're taking them from one area and reconnecting them and rebuilding them in another. That's teleportation. That's not invisibility. So the conspiracy theory is mixed and muddled. People are like, let it go. No, I'm not going to let it go because this is what we do. We do shit like this. In reference to you saying the spaceships would be invisible, I was just thinking it'd be more advanced. I see what you're saying. But Carrie, I'm just pulling your Laria. I'm just joking. I'm not even remotely upset. But no, I'm not going to let it go. I don't let things go. I don't know how to do that. Trust me. I listened to Joe Rogan and Representative Luna Looney. I've heard. Listen, if there's an extraterrestrial life There's one of two very, very real probabilities. One is that we're all going to die, or two, we're never going to know. Those two, we don't even know if they're in the same phase as we would be. Do you understand the improbability of life and how that's where the God particle is real, because the probability of all the things in the world and what had to take place to create life on this little ball goes against the scientific method. The probability of seeing little green men in a saucer is as improbable as life being created again in this known universe. It's almost, if not, there is no life like us. The chances of that happening are zero from a biblical sense and a scientific sense. Okay?
This is one of the things that Neil deGrasse Tyson said that I remembered that absolutely hits home. A lot of people, especially the ones that live in my immediate area, they long for, they look forward to this idea of alien life. And Neil deGrasse Tyson's point on this is very appropriate. He's like, be careful. There's a less than 1% difference in the DNA between us and a dolphin. Dolphins got so far as to learn how to swim around the ocean, speak to each other, and catch fish and reproduce. That's it.
Well,
right?
Fairly effectively catch fish, by the way.
Effectively. But people, on the other hand, we have developed tools. We have gone to the moon. We have conquered flight. We have
learned self-gratification.
That's a big one. We have sent probes out into other solar systems, right? That's the difference between a 1% change in DNA. What happens if the aliens that you're hoping will come visit us, what happens if the differences between us is 2%, 5%? What happens if they are a full 10% different in their DNA from humans? All of a sudden, when we're looking at the gorillas and the whales and the dolphins, and we think to ourselves, yeah, that's a cute animal. We'll let it live, right? Protect it. But they're inferior. Now imagine something twice as intelligent, 5 times as intelligent, doing that to us. Yeah, we don't want that. I don't want that.
Yeah. Listen, nothing in Scripture says that God's created, that his work is created to the earth alone. It says God's the creator of the heavens and the earth. That's it. Maker of all things. So, sure. I mean, if God could create life here, he could create life anywhere. So it's not about ability, it's about will, right? I mean, is that what God wants to do? So with ability, all things are probable with God. And God doesn't make mistakes, right? Because he's a perfect being. So would we consider that the human race is flawed? Yeah. Well, that's not perfect. So perfection was surrendered with the creation of original sin. And we lost that. So my question to you is, why create another existence, another experiment, another group of beings that are impossible for us to connect with, impossible for us to learn from? And who are we to say, since the word of God on earth isn't universal, because it's not, because there's monotheistic religions, there are multiple God religions. Bill Maher says it best. He's like, listen, we're not that far apart, Christians and me. But people think that we are. But here's the deal, is that you evolved from monotheistic teachings, whether it be the Greeks or any other religion, are not non-monotheistic, multiple gods of worship, multiple deities, and went down to a singular in God, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit as a singular entity. Well, I just believe one less God than you do. That's Bill Maher's take. But who is to assume that with all of the complexity and all the different religions that are here on Earth, and I think there's something like 200 and something known religions on the planet, I don't even know what the number is now, that other group of life would share the same religious beliefs that we do. And if we are at odds with each other, and they have reached a level of omnipotence, because that's assuredly what it would be to us. If aliens came down here, they would be omnipotent, godlike. And the powers that they would possess and the understanding and the knowledge would be so extensive, it would be like the way an amoeba would interact with a blue whale. There would be no meaningful interaction for either. In fact, knowing the existence of the blue whale would be completely foreign to the amoeba. So what makes us think that we would have the answers in our religious beliefs, in our theology, that could give us the answers to this completely foreign and completely uncomprehensible being in front of us? That's my point. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. But I don't think our religion is the answer, and I don't think God is the answer.
And I don't think we should necessarily want the answer to that one right now.
No, that's what I'm saying too. Like, I'm good without having an answer to that. Like, I am okay not understanding the universe, and I am totally fine of having God be that answer. Polytheism, correct. Thank you. So, right, but maybe God can communicate with other beings. That's fine. Then explain why we have 200 and some odd religions on this planet. I don't know if I truly believe that God communicates with beings anymore. Is there a muse? Does he work through? I don't have the answer to that question. I don't know. But my point is that you have multiple religions here on Earth. What makes us believe that we would not have the same thing on another planet, another existence? And here's the other question. If God is the answer and God is the solution, and that's the eternal life, then why would a being that has reached and eclipsed that point of self-awareness and intelligence need God anymore?
Right.
And how do we know that they have not abandoned God? And how do we know that they don't give a rat's ass about us? Or if they do, that's the scary part. Because their intentions probably are less than admirable. Wouldn't you think? Let's go out and let's enlighten Earthlings. I don't know about that. Not when Earthlings are the amoeba and they're the blue whale. You know what I mean? They may just inadvertently fucking eat us at that point and not even know we're there.
How many Democrats have already demonized Western society for showing up on the shores of some foreign continent with the idea of, let's bring them Catholicism?
And they're like, we'll bring you cannibalism. We're going to cook you in your honor.
Right. How it's to serve man. It's a thing.
Yeah, see, Evelyn, I'm not arguing with you. God has stated that we are not capable of understanding all the religions on earth are fallible. That's my point. Don't you understand? That's my point. And if we're not capable of understanding God, we're talking about a complexity of a life that would have to understand the infiniteness of the universe and have eclipsed it. Do you understand that the universe are the roadblocks to understanding? Because once we understand the limits of time and space and we understand how to manipulate it, do you understand what I'm trying to say? That is a power of we could go ahead and go to any place on earth. Here, Leeroy unlocks the time and space and the confines of thus. And he can literally walk up and step into Jerusalem and be like, let me show you what I know. Let me show you what I know. And Leeroy would probably be worshipped as he levitates from the earth and enters and speaks to every human being on the planet because he has unlocked all the secrets of our known existence and beyond, he would be godlike. Just like a person in prehistoric times. Or before that, go to after that, go to Cro-Magnon and give a Cro-Magnon a lighter. Flick it. Hold the flame. The power of fire would be considered an omnipotent being. Do you understand my point? Do you hear what I'm saying? Maybe not.
We portray a lot of this stuff in fiction anyway, and probably one of the better examples that I've ever heard was this idea behind Dr. Manhattan. Somebody who can transport himself anywhere, can materialize things or see time.
Read that.
I don't know. Uncle.
Don't you remember Joe Biden, the Haitians who ate his Uncle Bozy?
Yeah.
Good.
We don't want that level of being. We don't want to share this planet with someone like that because I'm saying it wouldn't work out well.
I just think the idiosyncrasies are not our concern when it comes to an extraterrestrial being. Idiosyncrasies are not our focus. Nuance isn't our focus. The thing is that whatever's in front of us has no godly right to be here, and it's here. And we should all be very, very scared of it. That's my point. It has no godly or natural reason to be here. It's here, and okay, one last thing. The whole Superman thing where Batman believes that Superman should have a genital cuff on him. Because here's the variable reason. What?
Kinky.
Stampede the Vatican. Kinky. Genital cuff is from Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Oklahoma. Rupert, you want the genital cuff? Excuse me. May I go to the bathroom, please? Why, yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so.
I love that movie.
So, listen, here's the best explanation that I'll give you. Here it is, and then we're done. Well, we're not done. We got one more thing, then we're done. Lex Luthor says, and this is a great line in Superman versus Batman, and he says, if Superman, even a scintilla, a 0.001% chance that Superman could possibly decide to turn against Earth and literally fucking kick it out of orbit and destroy us all and kill us, even a 0.001, a scintilla, a micro chance of it taking place, we have to assume that it is absolutely definitive that it will happen. We must take that stance. We must be proactive and assume that it will happen to the detriment and extinction of mankind. Just like nuclear holocaust. We had to assume that there would be somebody crazy enough. That's why we built up nuclear deterrence. We had to assume that there was a 100% probability that nuclear holocaust would take place, and we had to defend against it. The same thing is true for little fucking spacemen.
Right.
That's it. Leeroy, I think we've done enough damage tonight. I had some other things. Listen, Gavin Newsom, we got to talk about that. We got to talk about the Frankenstein rabbits. How tired are you?
Oh my God.
Do you have 5 minutes?
I have 5 minutes.
All right, folks, listen, we are in overtime. And would love to get pop another one here. Love to pop another donation. If you got it in you, now's the time because we're staying late for you.
Sure.
My buddy Kevin
Wildlife
Cork,
experts.
my friend on Twitter, Kevin Cork, the one I used to watch him for the Denver Broncos and watch him in Denver. I've been trying to get him on. He was a sportscaster. Now he's working on Fox. His star is on the rise. Please help donate. Take us into the 10 o'clock hour. But here it is. Frankenstein rabbits. This is what.
Terrifying.
This is a perfect example. You guys are afraid of growth on rabbits, and you think that a fucking person coming from a saucer wouldn't literally make you shit a purple Twinkie? But rabbits are freaking you out, right? This is why human. You guys can't.
Look at them. They're all like.
look at the bones, man. He's got big teeth.
Sci-fi movies.
But you said no. I told you about the rabbit. You said no. Pull the holy hand grenade. 1, 2, 5. 3, sir. 3.
Yeah, this whole thing with the rabbits, they're gnarly looking. Gross.
Dude, how are you not going into Monty Python? Oh, you blooming faggot. You made me soil me armor.
I am not a Monty Python fan.
Have you not
tried?
You haven't seen the rabbit?
No.
Oh, that's why you're not laughing. Oh my God. Son.
I cannot get into it. It's so goddamn dry.
Some watery taunt lobbing swords at you is not the basis for a democratic system. Okay, here we go. I'm so ashamed of you. I'm so ashamed. Oh my God. Shamed.
I can't watch.
You and I are going to get a bottle of good whiskey and a couple cigars, and we're going to go watch Monty Python after we're drunk, and we're going to laugh our asses off. All right, here it is.
You're looking at images we're about to show you of so-called Frankenstein rabbits.
Look at that, it's scary.
These bunnies apparently have been infected with a virus, which causes a horn and tentacle-like growths to appear on their faces. That virus is apparently spread by parasites like, ticks and fleas, and there's no known cure. Wildlife experts are warning people to stay away from those rabbits. I'm sure I don't have to ask you twice, Will.
No problem. Yeah, done.
Won't be an issue.
It's the first time the government's asked me to do something, and I'm completely going to comply.
Stay away from the gnarly rabbit. Yes,
you got it. Nope, no problem.
Not following that white rabbit. Understood.
Check. People are like, what the hell am I talking about? Listen, you need to go watch Monty Python and the Holy Grail and watch the rabbit scene, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. Anyone who knows. Look at the bones, man. Yes, Carrie, the rabbit in the cave that rips heads off. I saw Monty Python years ago. That's right. Oh, he's got big teeth. Look at the bones, man. Oh, one rabbit stew coming right up. Shing. Ah! Holy shit. I'm sorry. The fact that Leeroy doesn't know it just makes me sad as a human being. This is going on in Washington, D.C. I'm a one man. I'm cracking myself up tonight. This is Washington, D.C. We could have done this.
My own ass.
I'm kicking my ass.
What do we got going on?
I just love the part where he's like in the scenes where he's like he fishes and he's like he pulls out a fish and goes takes a picture. He's amazing. He's so incredible. He was great in that movie. Here it is. Homeless camp, Washington, D.C. Come back, you coward. Pretty clear message. Is that all it took?
Get the hell out.
Get the hell out. And listen.
One cat. Yep.
There's veterans. We understand they're homeless. We feel empathy for them, but there are solutions. You're going to have to figure it out. It's hard, but we need to, listen, you got to figure it out. And you got to get these institutions open. I am going to play this. This is it. And then we're done. And I promise you, but I owe my good friend this. There are too many people scratching their heads, and I'm taking the copyright strike. I don't want to hear it. And
recycling is more than sorting bottles.
You will owe me.
Second shifts.
You will owe me.
Machines roaring.
You will owe me.
They're nervous, sire. Then we best leave them here and carry on foot. Dismount!
Oh man, they've redigitized it. It looks great.
Behold the cave of Beto.
Hell,
Right. Keep me covered.
Just watch.
What with? Just keep me covered.
Too late. There he is.
Where?
There.
What, behind the rabbit?
Is the rabbit.
You silly sod! Oh, you got us all worked up!
Well, that's no ordinary rabbit. That's the most foul, cruel, and bad-tempered rodent you ever set eyes on. You tit! I saw my arm and I was so scared. Look, that rabbit's got a vicious streak a mile wide. It's a killer. Get
He'll do you a treat, mate.
Oh, yeah? Manky Scots git. I'm warning you. What's he do? Nibble your bum? He's got huge, sharp... He can leap about. Look at the bones.
Go on, boys, chop his head off. Right, silly little Peter. One rabbit, two coming right up.
Look. Jesus Christ! I warned you. I've done it again. I warned you, but did you listen to me? Oh, no, you knew it all, didn't you? Oh, it's just a harmless little bunny, isn't it? Well, it's always the same. I always tell them, do they listen to me?
Right.
Oh, no.
All right. I'll take the copyright strike.
Oh my God.
Dude, come on, dude. It's just, it's so, we'll drink and we'll have some scotch. All right, go ahead,
I've
buddy.
always been more of a Mel Brooks fan.
So am I.
Monty.
Hey, why can't
I
you have,
don't know,
why can't
man.
you have both there, Leroy? It's not Star
It's not
Trek
that I
versus
can't.
Star Wars.
I don't know, man. Nothing in Monty Python has ever made me laugh out loud, honestly.
Listen, I
know
don't
why.
like Life of Brian. I don't like Life of Brian. Monty Python at moments, but dude, it's just intelligent humor. And I love the medieval times. I love how they bring the Renaissance into it based upon a feudal democracy. It's just hilarious. It really is. I enjoy, but not everything. I really don't. But there are just very classic scenes. But I don't like Life of Brian. I don't like any Monty Python minus Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I think it's classic. All right, you guys have to watch it. Watch Monty, but you have to because there's scenes in there. You're like, I don't understand this. But they go after Camelot, Excalibur, and Sir Robin. Brave, brave Sir Robin. The knights who say, oh, icky, 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 woolbong zee. Oh, knights who recently said knee. Leroy, take us out.
What a great show. We talked about so much stuff. We talked about potential redistricting. We talked about the governor and Trump on crime. It was just a really, really good show.
Fun show.
And thank you so much for everyone who donated. Mel, Bobby, everyone who donated. Thank you so much. We hit a 327.86 on a goal of 300. So we made our goal. Thank you. That's what we want. Special shout out to Barry Morgenstein, to Still Point, to Wimkin. And we hope to have some big names coming up on the show in the near future. I know that Matt has been in contact. We've spoken about the potential that Ted.
Oh no, Ted's gone. Ted, no, don't.
Oh.
No, Ted. No,
Ted. Damn you, Ted.
Nope, Ted.
Right.
Ted was like, oh, can't do it. Big money. He needs big money. He wants money. He wants cash. Cashola. But here who is coming, Alan Donovan will be here on the 15th, which is Friday. Fathers Lives Matter, a great website, a great cause. Recently was diagnosed with cancer. He's going to talk about his journey. Ryan Samuels will be in-house on Sunday. Special announcement. He's going to be sitting right down here. We're going to be hanging out, spending some time together. Lisa Regina is going to be in-house on Monday. And then Wednesday, Blackbird Anthem, the band who might be involved in our little concert that we're trying to hold in Virginia, will be here as well. Go ahead and finish up, but I had to go ahead and add that. Sorry, buddy.
No. And so it was just a really good show. Thank you. And, Matt and I both love our movie references. And no, there are no aliens, no UFOs.
Some of us love our movie references more than others.
True.
Anyway, folks, thanks. Leroy, it's always good to have you. I love our shows. They're a blast. So thanks for being here tonight. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Tomorrow night, we'll have Olivia and myself will be here with Alan Donovan. So it'll be a great night. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching the Don't Unfriend Me Show. Make sure you share, like, subscribe. Hey, check the Facebook page. We're posting all the time. Go over to TikTok. It's thedumbshow.com. So it's TikTok at thedumbshow.com. Also, you can follow at facebook.com/thedumbshowmatt. And please throw us a like, share, and subscribe. We had a good time tonight. Thank you, buddy. I love you. Appreciate you, man.
All right.
See
Everyone,
you guys.
have a great night. Thank you.
All right. Good night.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leeroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.